To the D. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to more of our shenanigans for Smells Like Crit. Didn't we end with a crit last one? Wasn't it like the most spot on for our name? I think Steven did the killing blow and actually rolled a crit. I didn't listen to what happened last time. That's okay. So from my memory banks, we're going to say what happened last time, and you guys can fill in blanks if I just black out. So you guys... oh God, we started off with Steven's cutscene, which made everyone go, huh, because he contemplated giving a nice big swig of the Nightmorn poison that he was gifted.
Did you make a roll on that at the very end to decide if you were going to drink it or not, or did you just decide not to drink it?
Leave it for guessing. Don't tell him. Let it be open.
If like at the end he just rolls it and then looks down like, ooh.
If anyone rolls and goes, well, you know it's not going to be good. Yeah, Steven had a nice little flashback showing us some backstory of him and Batista. Steven again getting his ass whipped, which I guess is par for the course for Steven. Decided no, now's not the time. He looked up and was given finally, thank Helm, what he wanted for days. Got an answer in the form of a nice little cloud collage, little happy little cloud a la Bob Ross, a la Helm, that gave the symbol of Helm that Steven recognized immediately. And then the clouds went away and he heard a little voice in his head, which I believe said, I'm proud of you, you're not done yet, or something along those lines. So Steven was justified, rejuvenated. You guys decided on to our cove, spoke with some merchants, tried to figure out where to go. They said you can walk into the water or there's that cave up there. Didn't have a whole lot of information other than there are things in that cave and you may want a guide. You guys continued on. Everyone was apparently looking at their genitalia except for Flair, who rolled super high and saw someone just kind of hanging out on the beach. Just rhyme or reason, just there, not doing anything. You guys decided, hey, let's go see who that is. Callista was the person that went first. You discovered a half-elf named Ilanis, not Alanis, you bitches. Not Alanis Morissette, Ilanis, half-elf wizard, from what you guys could tell, that you got some conflicting thoughts on from the group, but decided, hey, let's bring her along anyways. She gave a little bit of insight into Ogg, said that he had eyes on him. And everyone goes, oh, so something is going on. Wonderful.
But did we hear that, or was it just I don't know if any of us was in earshot of that, like any of the characters?
Well, you guys were bitching at each other from what I recall, because she just went right past it and went. What's that?
We were talking about maps.
Oh, you're talking about, oh, that's right, your cartographer skills. And she just went straight to Ogg, who was looking forlorn on the back, and just said, you don't look well. Asked for his hand, said that he had eyes on him, and no wonder he was feeling bad and not sleeping well. After that, you decided, let's go on to the cave. Tried to figure out what you're going to do with the cart and your horses, and surprising everyone, especially me, you said, let's just leave Fle behind. To make, this big deal of, bringing him with us, bringing him along, making him feel
encouraged. One of us made a big deal
let's
about
just
bringing him
leave
with
him
us.
behind. And she didn't fight it at all. She's like, yes, he should stay here away from his savior and the rest of the group on his lonesome with a big responsibility. I explained his nice confidence meter that he was doing well in so far. He did a super good survival roll, made everything look good, camouflaged the tent, the cart, but still went down a notch because Nigel kind of was kind of patronizing.
No, that was 100% sincere. That was
I don't.
It's just everything Nigel says sounds patronizing, whether he
That's
means it or
probably.
not.
Yeah,
That's
not
probably.
that's just Nigel's tone of voice. There's nothing he could really do about that.
Yeah. The one person he would like to get a little bit of praise from just focused on let's leave him behind. So he's there with the cart, and I believe a tiger. Someone dropped some balls of tricks.
Yeah,
Two
I dropped
tigers. All right, 2 tigers are there for a day. And then once those are gone, then he's there by himself, which really was, kind of a tease in itself. Neither here nor there. You said, let's go in this cave. Searched around, took some twists and turns, heard some creepy noises. I believe started bickering yet again. And then came the barrage of assaults from giant toads. No one got swallowed, to my disappointment. Couple of people got rocked pretty good. I think Ilanis took a couple good hits. I think Callista took a nice little slam. But you dispatched these toads like they were, toads. And then, as Nigel just said before we started, he's going to start above one of the corpses, just doing a DX chop, and most likely in true Nigel fashion, probably teabagging as well, going down on this this frog's face. So we start there. I know that I believe Callista gave a little bit of healing, a little bit of loving and touching to Ilanis to try to heal her up a little bit. And now you guys are free to move forward. What would you like to do?
Do penguins have external genitals?
No, they don't.
I was about to say, I think teabagging would be a relatively involved procedure for Nigel.
Well, I mean,
he can make the motion, and we would know what he's doing. But yeah, to actually teabag.
Do the Halo troopers as well? We don't know. They're in that armor, but that doesn't stop millions of people, prepubescent gamers, from doing it to each other, through the interwebs. So I'm sure Nigel saw it somewhere and said, I like that. That's demeaning, and took it upon himself to adopt it.
That's going to bug me. I'll do some research on that one.
Which part? The Halo soldiers with genitalia, the prepubescent teens, or the penguin genitalia?
I can get into Halo lore for you. Seeing how they it's real fucked up. They kidnap children, put clones there that are gonna die. So they it's real weird. Anyway,
you're right. We do need more bullshit away from the real story. So yeah, you should look into that.
Hey guys, watch this, and I'm just teabagging everybody. I run over to Steven, yeah, bud, fucking. Put some toads up.
I pay no attention whatsoever to Nigel. I look around the room. Are there any other exits from the room besides the one we just came from?
So there is the little kind of smallish area that you came behind. There is an area to the right and an area to the left that you could kind of go down and search.
Oh yeah, we were at a bit of a crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys are in the middle of a kind of a small-ish area. It's probably about 25 feet wide. It's not very deep from where you guys are. It's probably about 15 feet. All you guys have dark vision, so you can see. You don't need, the need of any light sources. But there's a small little area, off to the right, and an area to the left that you could try to go.
Can I roll survival? Just kind of get an idea of what might be the better path to take.
Sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Let's roll some dice. This is fucking D&D. Let's do it.
I don't know where my character sheet is right now, but I'm pretty sure 14.
Nigel, being prepared is really what I come to expect from that character at all times.
Let me see.
Knowing exactly what's going on. You even had a dirty 20. So what are you looking for in particular with the survival roll?
Maybe there's some worn on, maybe it looks like, if you notice, there might be a path that kind of leads more a little bit to this way. Maybe some footprints, a well-worn in path, you might say.
I gotcha. So you are. It's not so much like a forest where that the more that you beat down that it's gonna be not a whole lot of grass is gonna go there just because the footfalls, shit like that, or when you're on the road the wagon wheels just make it wear a path in. You're in a straight up cave. So as far as footprints or something wearing down erosion, it's not the Grand Canyon where just footfalls are gonna hit it down. What I will say that you see is you just fought all these kind of gross, slimy toads. When you look down to the right, there's more of a kind of a mucusy layer on the kind of walls and just on the stone going down that way, rather than to the left. They did come from the left. The toads showed up from the left, from what I recall from the
But
last
there's
time.
more of
But
a mucusy layer to the right.
to the right, there's more of a mucusy layer. They showed up from the left. Oh, by the way, when you guys are like celebrating and high-fiving, like everything is echoing in this cave. Like it is like enclosed. So you're like, yeah, but we just got some toads. And you just like,
I would assume so.
So guys, here's where I'm at. So there's mucus shit over on this direction, which doesn't seem great, but then the toads came from that way. So
Do you think they're intelligent enough to do like a patrol kind of thing, or do you think maybe if they would hurt us?
Is the mucusy area smaller, like a dead end, or is it a continuation?
Maybe it's just for shits and giggles. We just go check out the mucus area first, then do the dry path.
I got you. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go check that out. What the hell?
Yes. So we do that.
all right, you're going that way.
Yeah.
What's the marching order here?
I'm back up front. I'm feeling kind of frisky after my like real good survival roll, so I'm up front.
You just diving in there. All right, so you go down that way, and it basically goes straight and then abruptly goes off to the right into like a little nook, and your feet, like it's like clearly you're stepping in the kind of like a layer, like not like super thick, like an inch like thick, but it's like nice and just like you feel like a good when your little foot pads are falling down into it. And you look over to the right, and it's just it basically looks like this was kind of a like where they bred, or at least where they're keeping like their eggs and their young. And so it's just like pods on the walls, just like all these little tiny like pods. The mucus layer is kind of keeping them up against it. No toads there, like nothing. There's nothing big enough, but clearly these eggs like have something kind of like beginning of Finding Nemo. You saw something in the fish eggs. They're kind
I just started popping him with his rapier as he walks by.
I summon some fire, and I'm like, anyone for some progress? Start barbecuing the wall.
Is the mucus flammable?
I nervously look at Steven the second she pulls fire out. And then I just give her a dirty look. Can you just fucking once not pull fire out when we're in a goddamn cave? Use some goddamn sense, woman. And I just look over at Steven. Like, I'm sorry. She keeps doing it.
You don't want any barbecue? Got it. No problem.
We're all good, I think.
Okay. Yeah, fuck them up.
So fire? Okay.
No, we're not.
Here, wait 1 second. Ogg, hold on. Here, we're gonna tie a rope to Steve, and I'm gonna tie that rope to Ogg. Now we do the fire.
I mean, Steven doesn't have to be in this. As soon as he hears fire, like he can walk away. Like, is he just gonna like stand there and go, "Yes, fire"?
I didn't blast fire, just a small fire.
If there's a way to skirt away from it and feel safe, a safe distance, I'll do that. Like, God, you son of a bitch.
But shouldn't you be practicing like your fire?
Always with the fire. Always. Why does it always with the fire? I don't get. I mean,
so
I get.
Ogg, is the
do a knowing look at Steven like.
Is the mucus flammable? Was the question from Ogg. You can do a nature check if you want to see if this is flammable before they just start lighting things up.
Sure.
Or an insight check, nature or insight, whichever one.
I want to do an insight and see if they're edible. Or nature.
Okay.
I'll do insight because it's +1, but I'll do it at 2 rolls.
Yeah, your sleepy rolls.
First roll was a 2,
Oh.
so second one was a 19, so 3.
I got a 13 nature. Would there be any lasting effects if I ate them?
Ogg, you think is this maybe flammable? It's it's a viscous material. You've seen similar things light up, but you've also seen similar things do nothing. So it's a nice 50-50 shot that this is either going to light up this entire cove of the cave, or it's going to do nothing. Steven, you want to know if they're edible?
Mhm.
I mean, anything's edible.
Well, I'm wondering if there's going to be any lasting effect. Like,
From
are
a
we poison? Protected by
from a
poison?
13.
Or...
13 nature. You know that some frogs and some toads are poisonous. Can't
Should
really
lick it and
tell
find out.
from this.
Lick the toad.
It's a
Lick the
possibility,
toad.
but you don't know one way or the other.
I'm gonna grab a handful of them. If I can, like, grab. How
You're just
big are
gonna
they?
try to like scoop up. I mean, they're small. I mean, they're. If you think of like the side, like so, this is a giant. Okay, so if this is a giant toad, you're gonna think that these are larger eggs. They'll be giant tadpoles at some point that we'll get into giant toads again. So I mean, they're not. Let's say they're like ping pong ball size.
Yeah, I'll grab a handful of them. So what? 5,
Sure.
and I want to put them.
So why don't
In
the
something.
three of us get out of the mucus, and Callista, you do your thing.
I like that idea. I'm gonna get out of here before you set this whole fucking place on fire.
5,
Ogg
Four.
agrees.
3. Hopefully that they're scooting
Oh.
back. I'm gonna scoot back towards the edge of the thick mucus part.
Well,
just
we'll
Set that wall on fire.
we'll sort of get like Alanis back too, since she's never seen this, happen before. Assuming she was in a cave with us.
She did not follow you guys. She's just kind of staring off down where the toads came from.
Cool.
Okay.
Fire.
Fire. What are you just fire bolting the walls? What do you, yeah.
Yeah.
You just start, I mean, it's quite literally, fish in a barrel, fish in a wall. You're just like tossing fire bolts into the wall of a cave. It's like, slamming into this mucus. It doesn't light up the whole thing because it's more, viscous, liquidy, watery than anything else. So it doesn't quite catch fire, but it definitely does. Just like anytime it hits like a section, there are like all these pops and sizzles and things like that. I mean, are you trying to completely wipe the walls clean of all of these eggs?
No, just a nice thorough barbecue. If there's a few
Insult
patches
to
missing.
injury. Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, you throw a couple of fire bolts. There are some definitely so like the walls are pretty much covered. Now there are big like circular areas where they just like and either just completely annihilated them or threw them to like other areas. So there are like eggs on the floor and just like things that are singed and bubbling and crackling and things like that around there.
Die, frogs.
Congratulations.
Cool. All right then. So I guess let's just go head down that other path.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. You head down that other path. Nigel, you're still going first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right behind Nigel.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's probably Ogg in the back. Yeah, Nigel and Steven in the front.
Okay.
So Callista and Alanis in between.
Gotcha. Okay. You guys go down into this area. It's the biggest kind of section that you guys have seen since you've been in this cave, where it just kind of opens up into a larger area. And you do see some like remains of bones, things like that. Again, just kind of covered in mucus, just set up in piles or scattered about. So this could have been just like a feeding ground or whatever they brought, whatever they found in the cave. This may have where they like brought back to try to kind of divvy up the bounty of anything that could have potentially come in here. And then there is an area, so behind you is a tunnel you just came from, and then to the left is another tunnel that heads off a ways.
Anything valuable in the skeletons?
Yeah.
You could sure look.
All right.
Mhm.
So we are on the left
Investigation,
path,
right?
and we have
Investigation if you're going to try to dig through these corpses and defile these bones.
All right. Yeah,
Dirty.
19 investigation.
Dirty 20. Investigation.
I got a 3. Disadvantage is hurting Ogg.
Og sees everyone do it, and he just kind of does it to be a part of things,
Yeah.
but he doesn't quite know what he's looking for. He's
He's
just
kind of
kind
just
of
pantomiming what everyone else is doing without
yeah,
realizing
exactly. He's
what they're
trying.
doing.
Yeah, if anything shiny
He's
is
like,
coming through, like
these are bones.
something's died here. Og knows something's died. Um, let's see here. Well, let's see what you guys find. That okay.
Are you okay? Not y'all. Hey.
Yeah, nothing like super big jumps out at you guys. Like, there are some just kind of general weapons, swords, daggers, remnants of armor and things like that. But it's been here, like nothing's really pristine. It's been here for a while, or it's just been sitting in this muck for a while that you're like, we could take this. I don't know how well it's gonna do, or if it'll like snap in half after one shot. And you find like the equivalent of I also decided I'm not just gonna give you gold all the time because you guys are rich motherfuckers right now. So I'm gonna start peppering in some silver and
Okay.
things like that too. And for every a gold is 10 silver, just so everyone is aware of that. So
Okay.
10 silver pieces is 1 gold piece. So you find a bunch of silver. Okay.
I think silver is hardier than gold, so that would actually make sense.
So you find in total about 23 silver pieces. So just like rummaging through, you find a little bit of coins here and there, kind of going through, like, based on what the merchant told you that, you need a guide coming through here. This is probably people that were picked off either like in a group that was trying to make it through, or someone dumb that decided, oh, I can get here through here myself. But nothing really stands out beyond that. Just these unfortunate souls that didn't quite make it and were in the belly of a toad for who knows how long. Yeah.
Cool. So just split that the normal way.
Might as well.
All right then.
Sure.
So we took the path to the left, rummaged in some corpses, and there's another left.
There's another left.
Follow it down.
Okay.
Left and left. Okay.
Oh, this is what I was going to ask you guys too, because this can potentially speed things along. How are you traversing these caves? Are you trying to let's get through this as quickly as possible and just kind of going balls to the wall, or are you trying to be pretty quiet, sneaky? Because from what you've done so far, I can tell what your preference was, but I don't know if you want to now change that up.
Steven is not concerned with stealth. If they want to try and rein me in, if they're concerned about how quickly and uncautiously Steven is coming through here, then they may need to want me to do that. But I'm just going. I'm like, okay, well, it's not here. Let's go here.
Now, Og rolls at disadvantage at stealth even when he's normal because of his half plate. So I don't know. That's roll 4 dice now and take the lowest one for stealth.
No, you're not. No, there's no double disadvantage. That'd be a huge pain in the ass.
That would be terrible.
I mean, we don't need to spend time hooting and hollering about our successes, but we need to get there quicker.
We need to get this big bastard into somebody who can help him sleep, because apparently we can't fucking do it. We need to get the hell out of this cave.
Okay, yeah. So, quick and dumb is the way we're doing this. All right.
It's gonna have to be quick and dumb, or slow and deadly. I don't know. Whatever.
Slow and smart, quick and dumb.
All right. So you guys go through this tunnel to the left, and it kind of snakes away and brings you back to kind of a familiar area that you were already, which was kind of a larger area that you could have gone straight on, but decided to take a right, and it took you to where all the toads and shit were. So you're kind of back in this larger area. So I have decided to, instead of just going through the maps and right turn, left turn, left turn, right turn, a different way to kind of go about this, because you guys don't know a whole lot about the caves, how much they traverse and things like that. So instead, this is what we're gonna do here. So Nigel, you are going to go ahead and lead.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll give Nigel the main survival checks. We'll let you do it at advantage since everyone is, I'm sure, helping you trying to go through. The whole group is trying to give their insights, get that way. And then based on routes you take, or based on your rolls, we'll see how fast you get through. And based on my rolls, we'll see if you encounter anything else that comes through here.
Okay, cool.
So go ahead and give me that first one. Everyone is just kind of consolidating, saying like, what do we do? We've like clearly this cave is a maze. Who is best suited to handle this? And you know, how quickly do we want to get through here?
Nigel, protect us.
All of his underground maps that he makes.
Okay, I got a 2 and a 6. So, but that 6 gets me a 12 because I have a +6 for survival. So it's not like the worst, but it's not like the best I've done.
The tweener.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm gonna do this because I've been waiting for some. Yeah, so Nigel, you're going through and you're looking at the walls and you're looking at the floors and you're going through, and a lot of the time, like you've been the go-to, like I know how to get places guy, and the entire group just kind of sees you struggling for the first time in a while of like, where do we go? How do I get to places?
Like he's got his little hand-drawn map. He went around the corner and he's just rotating.
He keeps flipping it, from side to side. He's about to go down the same path you guys just went down. And everyone is just kind of hanging back, like waiting for you to like tell them where to go. And Ilanis walks up to you and just says, she says, do you require assistance?
A little bit.
she so quiet. Almost, you know what? Stephen, Ogg, and Callista, roll perception. Let's see if you hear this.
Yes.
19.
Thank God.
7.
Oh, poor Ogg. I hate that I did this to you, but it's also kind of like hilarious.
It's really fitting.
Glad.
You got lower than that?
I said I'm really glad.
I thought you said I got lower than that.
I'm really glad you did this.
Okay. Stephen, you absolutely hear Nigel ask for help.
Do we make eye contact when that happens too?
I will say Stephen probably just kind of goes, and it like, again, you're in a cave, so it like reaches to you and you're just like, oh shit. And Ilanis just kind of says, it's okay. I've foreseen this. I can tell you where to go.
No, not for nothing.
So your roll, your 6 was your roll, was your highest roll there? Well, but you rolled a 6.
Yes.
That turns into a 17.
Oh, okay.
So you're just gonna turn that 6 into a 17 and add your bonus.
So 23.
Yes.
Okay.
And she just says, I've foreseen this. I can show you the way.
Well, let's go.
Okay. So you start making your way through, and she says, you seem like the type of creature that would like to be seen as doing this on their own. Am I correct?
Well, normally yes.
I don't mean to.
But normally
offend.
yes.
I've only known you for so long, and
bring you with us to help us get through the cave. So actually, totally fine with you just leading the way.
I don't want to offend.
Totally
I'm happy
fine.
To.
Hey guys, she's gonna lead us.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen.
Nigel?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue where we're at. We're in a goddamn cave. Like, don't know what to tell y'all.
I like picturing Nigel like pulling out a compass and it's just spinning or something like that, and just like he's like looking at it and looking at the cave, and he's like can't look up to at the sky to orient himself or anything.
Yeah, like,
so
I'm done. And like I don't like her weird bullshit she's pulling with me, so I'm just not even gonna let her do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I just did. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Lannis, why don't you take the lead? I'll be right behind you. I'll just scribble on my little map so we can get out if we need to. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so with your powers combined, that was a 23. So she is going through, and every so often, just like kind of leading you away. You guys are coming to a crossroads, and she sits there for a second and just kind of points, like she just seems like she's concentrating, and then points a certain direction you're going through. And you guys aren't 100% sure if
Can I roll
she's
insight on her?
sure.
Okay.
For what purpose?
Just to kind of see if she actually knows what the hell she's talking about.
Okay.
What does a 22 get me?
She seems very sure of where she's taking you.
So she should. Okay. So as long as she seems sure, then I'm
Yeah,
fine.
she seems like I mean, she's got magical shit going on. She talks in riddles. Something's like, even though she's talking in riddles and is kind of vague and things like, in this case, we're like, this is the way, this is the way, this is the way. She seems incredibly sure of this is the way. She seems incredibly sure of the route that she's taking. And let's see here. So she takes you guys through. I mean, it goes on for a decent amount of time. You guys are going for, I mean, it's hard to tell time in this fucking cave, but you guys are going for a while. It could have been like an hour or so. And she's just keep, like, every time you come to a crossroads, she's going this way, going that way. Things are going good. You haven't heard any weird fucking noises. You haven't encountered any more toads. So you're not sure if that was just kind of a fluke, like maybe there's not a whole lot in these caves, or it was something more along the lines of maybe they just are at like the edge, so they can go out and do shit and bring things back into the opening.
We were apparently right next to the nest. So
yeah. So that would be a good thing to say. Like if the nest was right there, they could have like, you know, options of how to go get food and shit. Excuse me. And then as you guys are walking here, so Ilanis, Nigel, Steven,
yeah,
Callista, Ogg. Okay, cool.
This bitch is about to betray us.
No, we
don't know what's going on.
We see, that's a weird thing though. Like I think I remember from last time, we rolled insight on her right away. I rolled really high, and I felt good about her. Somebody rolled like a mid. Somebody rolled like a mid roll.
Ogg did.
And felt okay about her as well. But then you were in between them, and you didn't like her.
No, I got a high roll and didn't like her.
Yeah, that's confusing because I didn't see. I rolled higher than you.
Nigel didn't like her. Callista.
I got a high roll and
I had a really high roll and I liked her.
Callista has never trusted anyone more. Steven, you felt really good. Nigel, you were not. Something seemed off.
There's not. No, it's not in the middle. There is no middle.
High.
No, what I'm saying, I got a high roll, and I don't trust her.
You got like
but see, ours was higher, and we did. That's why I was confused.
But it's not like a 17 to a like. That's not. Yeah, it's not like I got a 12, and I'm like, I guess I don't know how. I got like a 17, and I'm like, fuck her.
Jeez. Fuck her. Nigel. Why? Because I'm looking down?
And you're laughing.
It's because the sing-songy talking was.
I'm laughing because of Nigel saying fuck her, because of just like typical Nigel shit.
No, I do that with people that talk in normal fucking English. That when you ask like, hey, which way should we go? Like, sometimes the wind takes you to the west, but sometimes it takes you to the east, and you just need to feel the way the grain blows. And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, the wind is going to blow things one way or the other, depending on which way it's. I mean, that's just common sense. I don't see how that's deceptive. So you guys are walking along, going through, doing your thing. You come to another kind of open area. that is fairly large. It's probably about 40 foot wide, kind of circular from what you can see. Looking around, you look up, the ceiling's probably about 30 feet high. There's
Full of
stalactite. The what? Pull of what?
Just full of bandits. And Alana's
Full of bandits. They jump out. They
Like a
just
leather
like, you know, it's like Toph in Airbender, where they're just like, a hole goes in the wall and bandits come out and they kill you all and game over. Have a good night. So you guys are start going through. This is the most kind of craggy the cave has looked. Like for at this point, like everything's been pretty narrow and like confined. This area has opened up. There's stalactites, stalagmites all over the place. Like looks like you're like, oh, this is a cave. This is what I think of a cave when I come in here. And you all come out through. You start walking, and you all hear this at the same time, and it's just a very kind of loud, like squelch or squash that's very close, very suddenly, and it's just kind of like a and Ogg, you turn around because it feels like this happened directly behind you, and there is what appears to be kind of a large slug creature with like a mouth, like a maw just at the front, just like and two eyes that just fucking slammed into the goddamn floor. And let's see.
Ogg, throw some salt on it.
It slams into the ground and like cries out, just like ah! As it's kind of writhing on the ground. And you can tell that this probably fell from the ceiling. And as that is going on, well, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna try and
Ogg,
tame
you
the
see
giant
this.
slug.
You want to try to what?
I want
Do
to
I
tame
see
the
it since
giant
I'm next
slug.
to Ogg?
You want
I'm
to
gonna look up.
You all hear it, and you turn around and you see this thing, and you hear it like writhing around and shit
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
want to
on
tame
the
it.
ground.
No, I'm gonna tame it.
I want
You're
to
gonna
look up.
tame it?
I'm
Okay,
going
what?
to tame
Okay,
the giant slug.
what are you doing to tame this slug?
I'm gonna go close to it. I'm gonna be like, "Whoa there, sluggy boy! Whoa there!" And I'm gonna use animal handling to see what happens.
Yes, Nigel decided if Callista gets a pet, he gets one too.
So yeah, apparently so.
What does 16 get me?
Maybe Fleck can ride on the snail or on the slug. Mistress, I made a new friend.
A 15, you're laying a hand on it, just trying to shush, shush, shush. 16, you're trying to shush, 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 shush. It's okay. Shush, 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 shush. Just patting it, and it's just like fucking flame. It looks like it is not having a good time because it fell from the ceiling and just fucking ate shit on like solid stone floor.
I'm looking
Steven,
up.
You're looking up. Go ahead and roll perception for me. Callista, what did you say you were doing, my sweet child?
I want to set it on fire, but Nigel's apparently touching it. So
He's trying to shush it, but you know, when has that stopped you from setting shit on fire?
this is true. This is true.
We didn't set your stupid cobalt on fire. We
Even
just
though it was yours?
abandoned it.
He's a sentient creature.
We don't know the slug's not sentient.
Ogg remembers us burning lots of sentient things.
Yeah.
Fair.
You just murdered an entire room of like toads.
I'd like to pick up a rock and cast light on it.
Okay. Maybe Callisto doesn't think birth or thinks that they're not technically alive until they're actually born. So
Okay, so Steven, what did you roll for your perception?
16.
16. Callista, what did you say you were doing? So your eyes are up and you're looking around trying to see what's going on here. Callista, what are you doing?
I'm casting light on a nearby rock.
What is that
On
gonna do for us here? We all have night vision.
It's just gonna light shit up so you can see better. You can see colors, you can see
There's
more
anything else on the
detailed shit.
ceiling?
maybe what if you cast light on one of the what is it, stalactites are the ones that hang down from the ceiling? Or the
Yeah.
stalagmites?
Like a disco.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Rock,
Disco.
light.
I mean, you gotta touch it and that shit is 30 feet up. So unless you want
Ooh.
Ogg to like fucking
I'm
toss
gonna
you.
take that wall and turn the wall into light.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be the whole wall. It's
That's
like
cool.
what, like a 5 foot something?
Right, 10 feet in any dimension.
That's a big
Could
old
just
rock.
Thing can be 10. Oh, it's like 10 by 10.
You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet by any dimension. So I can't do a wall. I can do I'm gonna grab a rock and I'm gonna cast light on a rock.
Okay,
Okay.
that's wonderful. You light this rock up.
I'm looking up.
Yeah, you look up. So Steven, you're searching the ceilings and you kind of see like something kind of shift in the shadows. Callista, you light up this rock, and Steven, as soon as the light hits, you see something dive bombing from the ceiling in similar fashion. And Callista, as you hit this thing and look up, you see the same mouth that is on this thing coming directly for your face. And it is a 20, not a natural, but that's going to go ahead and hit you.
I can't
and
dodge
that-
it since I see it coming.
No, you light this up and look up right as it's coming. So Steven was looking around seeing, he saw something shifting right as you lit it up, and he saw it falling, and you look up right as you lit your rock, and it's coming straight for you. It's coming right for us. It hits you not in the face, because you start to come away because you like your just reaction is and you go back, and it hits you more in the shoulder. But that's only going to do 4 points of damage, 4 points of piercing damage to you. And you better be happy about that, because that was 3d6 that came at you.
I'm super thrilled, and I'm gonna use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke on that motherfucker.
Go for it. I wish you would.
20 fire damage.
Is this an automatic hit?
Dex, have me dex save, sorry.
Dex save. And what's the difficulty on this?
16.
Well, this motherfucker rolled a nat 20. So it just kind of like somehow like catches your shoulder, doesn't quite get full purchase like it wanted to, but kind of like squeals away and kind of bounds away and puts some distance from you. So this is just going to take half damage from your rebuke?
Correct. 10.
10 damage?
Is
Correct.
this another snail like doing some sort of
This-
like daredevil like?
Oh wait, are these more Gricks?
No.
Okay.
So you guys have encountered Gricks before, so I will
Yeah.
give that to you right away. Since you've seen them before, these are not Gricks.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. Let me hit this thing. So that is,
They do sound just like big slugs. So.
and this other one.
They have beaks though, don't they?
Mhm.
Gricks.
Gricks have beaks. I don't know if Nigel's or I
Well,
don't
here,
know.
I'll take a picture and send it to you guys so you can see what this is looking like here. Hiya. I mean, it's nasty. It has no like arms, legs, anything like that. It just looks like kind of a gross bitch. And I just sent that through the group chat. So that's coming to you guys right now. This is what this thing looks
That
like.
doesn't look like snail whatsoever.
That's a
No, this is not a snail. No. No shell, no anything. So it has, so in the top end, you kind of see like a couple of those little, not pincers, but that could be the closest thing to like legs it has. So the one that hit you, Callista, is like kind of squealing, do the same thing, like as it's going and just kind of like flailing on the ground. Ilanis looks up when everything hits and says, "We need to leave right now."
That's why I was looking up. I was expecting like if there's one falling, there's probably going to be more. We need to run.
Yeah, at the very least, get into like a cave somewhere where we have like can bottleneck these things if they're gonna have a bunch of them just trying to drop on us.
Nigel started running the second Callista cast a light and realized what he was petting was not a slug.
I mean, it is. It's a slug-like, nasty-looking bitch. But if you were hoping for a new snail friend, that realization came real fast.
Yeah, so he's running. Nigel's
He's running. You guys are going. Okay.
I'll make sure that Ogg is in front of me. I'll take up the rear, just because
Ogg's like moving at half speed right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, he's tired as shit. So I want to make sure
Okay.
he gets out. I don't want to leave
Well,
him
I can
behind.
still, so half speed for me. So like my walking speed has been reduced to 20 feet per turn, but which means running, I should still be what, like 40 or 60? I can't remember
Yeah,
how that
you can
works.
still dash. It's just that's going to be like your main action
And
for
I've got
doing
I've got
shit.
40 feet of walking, so dash would be 80. So I could.
And you guys can say if you're just like dashing, trying to get the fuck out, that is fine.
Yeah.
And Ilanis, once she says like we need to leave right now, and Callista lights this thing up, and you can kind of tell what you're looking at now. And looking up, you see there are definitely stalactites and things hanging, but there are probably more of these things, but they're very hard to spot which is which.
Cool.
Okay.
And Alanis again just says we need to go right now. And once you realize everyone's going, she says follow me, and she just starts running.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone is just gonna book it.
Yeah.
Book it as fast as you can. Okay. Let me do this for everyone. Roll an athletics to see how quickly you can get through here. And and this is the other thing, are you trying to stick to Ilanis, or are you just like, fuck it, give me a tunnel? Like, get me out of this room. Are you like sticking to the sides? Or are you like following her directly?
Like, I'd be sticking to Alanis.
Yep.
And you don't have to tell me right now. Just think about it for what's going on, because she is going to start heading here in a second. What is her?
Nathan, does it seem like these slugs are definitely attracted to the light itself?
No.
No.
No. Yeah.
I already fucking said it. No, they're not. These things are subterranean. If they are, falling from the ceiling, they're waiting for something to come through. Like, this isn't their main mode of travel where they're just like, yeah, and they go and, make whatever distance they do. Because it was trying to hit you guys. The one that hit you only got hurt because you threw fire at it. This other one that fucking missed Ogg by a hair did damage to itself because it missed. And it's slow. Like, once you guys start like running, it's starting to like get on its belly and like kind of like half limp away to try to get like to a wall to presumably scale it and reset the cycle. Okay. So Ilanis starts running as fast as she is able to. What athletics checks did you guys get? Give them to me real quick.
Your boy Nigel got a 10.
Ogg got a 13.
Okay.
Athletics is one of my better checks, so even with the
Steven
negatives,
got
I
a
did okay.
24.
Okay. Callista?
16.
16. Okay, so you guys all start running and trying to be as aware as possible, sticking on Ilanis. And she is not the fastest. Steven, you find out very quickly that you just start going much faster than she does. Callista, you're kind of the same. You put a little bit of distance between her and you. Like, you're trying to, again, get out as quickly as possible, but also trying to kind of predict where she is going. And you put maybe like 5-10 feet between you and her. Steven, you just go. You're like, it's time. I just felt like running, and you just go. You see her head in a direction, you're like there, and you just fucking start running. Everyone, and you guys cover like, let's say like 30 feet right away. Everyone do a perception check for me and see what you hit.
18.
Okay.
13.
17.
7.
Okay. So Nigel, Ogg, and Callista, you guys are hitting fairly close to Ilanis. And as you guys see Steven just clang, 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 just start fucking like booking it in front of you guys. You also hear, you guys see this because Ilanis like starts darting off a different direction, and Steven is just going the way that she was initially going. And she notices it too and just says, not that way. And as soon as she says that, Steven, you go, huh? And look and see the way they're going, and look forward, and you see a tentacle coming at you.
Oh, no.
and we're gonna see what happens here.
So not to
and-
retcon, but I thought Steven was saying he was actually planning to try to hang back, like he wasn't going full tilt.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
was I
then
mistaken?
He then
Or-
rolled a 24. The athletics
Okay.
check was gonna see like how like much everyone could like match to an extent, and like if
So-
someone went way above, they were just gonna be like, they said run.
Fair enough. Okay.
That makes that makes sense.
Yeah. So a tentacle is gonna come at you. A tendril. I'm sorry, a tendril. It's the same thing. It's a T word. All right. So this is, what is this gonna do? Okay. Does a 9 hit you?
No.
Well,
it
that's
does
a good
not.
thing. So
great.
you see a tendril come at you, and you just like fucking dart out of the way and kind of roll on the ground and look up. Callista, do you still have your light rock, or did you ditch it and just start booking?
I have my light rock.
You have your light rock. So you they're kind of going, I guess if they're going in opposite direction. They took a right when you just started going forward. And you look back and you saw this tendril coming at you, and you roll to the side and you look up, and the light from Callista's rock shines very clearly on kind of an area of a bunch of different stalagmites coming up from the ceiling or from the floor. And there is one kind of in the center that is larger than all the others. And the tendril that came at you looked like it's like whipping around and it's connected to this thing. And as you see that, you see about 6 others sprout out from it. And a big eye opens up, just a single eye opens up, and it kind of raises up a little higher than where it was seating, and a big mouth just opens up, goes, and there's just tentacles and tendrils flailing all behind it. And I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative.
It's only one eye?
To be a
One
holder.
eye.
We're in combat. That means penguin dice.
All right. So all right, and hang on a second. We're gonna do
Weighted penguin dice.
We're gonna do Callista. We're gonna do the weighted fucking Nigel dice.
Well, he did
We're
wait
going to do
months
this
for them.
thing, and here. All right, he
Yeah.
did. That doesn't mean he gets to abuse them. So did anyone get 20 or above?
I got a 25.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay. Let's see. 15 to 19, anyone? Okay, so 14 to 10. Ogg, I got your 14.
Also a 14.
13.
All right.
Before we start, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Ilanis.
Let me put this away.
Ooh. All right. Cool. Alrighty. So all of you guys see that Callista's gone. Okay. Well, I'll just go. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So all of you guys see this happen too, where Ilanis darts off to the side. You're going. You think everyone's with you, but as you guys are going, you hear the clang, clang, clang of Steven's armor getting further away, and you hear the not that way, and you all kind of stop and look, and she kind of points to this thing, and you all see it rise up, and the tendrils going and flailing around, and it's probably about it's probably good like 30 feet away from you guys, a little closer to Steven, and I should probably make this map while he's taking a pisser going through here. And Nigel, you're gonna be the first to react when all this hits.
Yeah, I'm going to hold my turn.
You're gonna hold your action. You're just gonna sit there and watch.
I'm going to wait for an opportune moment.
Watch Steven get. Watch the beholder eat Steven.
I want to see. I just want to see what this thing can do.
Hey, if the beholder eats Steven, it might also accidentally ingest that poison too.
Win-win.
Oh my god. Oh god, you guys are horrible. Maybe they'll do our work for us.
Too bad we didn't bring Flair.
Jesus. He can distract him. Fled, distract this thing. Okay, let's.
All right.
All right.
Giant fuck tub
Yeah.
of cheese balls.
I'm setting up a map for you.
Perfect.
Huzzah.
There it is. Ow. So you guys can talk strategy. You can try to figure out if you know what this fucking thing is. You can
Oh.
try
How
to.
far away am I from everybody?
I think we mostly know the players, but I don't know if any of our characters would know.
Hmm.
I don't think we as the players all know. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, I was-
No, it's a beholder. Like Nathan was really excited. Remember, he posted the picture of it in the chat. He's like, "Ooh, I got my beholder mini in." So
I did.
He's
Yes.
trying. He's trying so hard to make his face not
like-
super happy.
Okay, I mean,
I thought those floated though.
well, I've shared a couple beholder
This
pictures,
was
and I do
a
have a beholder
long. This was a
mini.
while ago. This wasn't anytime recent.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Because I was gonna say,
it wasn't super recent, but
okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I rediscovered my
Maybe
my
you re-
fucking Wendy's beholder mini that I did for the guy for the
Mhm.
group that wanted to do the Feast of Legends thing. Which
that
was
might have been
still
what
awesome,
you were
and I
what
love
you
it.
what
Okay.
you showed us.
Okay,
So, okay.
because I was like, I try like for things like that, I try real hard not to like show you things that I really plan on using beforehand,
Mhm.
for that sole purpose. But and then I was sitting there, I was like, did I fucking do that? Oh no, I wouldn't just throw that away. That's wonderful. Okay, you can go there. You can go here.
How was the Burger King role playing game? I think I downloaded it.
So I didn't. I like really kind of homebrewed the shit. I looked at kind of an
Mhm.
idea of what it encompassed and like the kind of really basic synopsis of things, but
Mhm.
I just kind of did my own thing.
Okay.
But it was fun. Like I added in like they fought Grimace. And they had like a bunch of little like fry guys from like the early 90s that they fought that were like spitting fucking like fryer grease at them and things, the equivalent of fryer grease. There was a little gnome named Ham that they rescued. He was of course a burglar, Ham the burglar. And at the end of it, they realized they were in this place, and they kept seeing these symbols everywhere. There's just like a big circle with like two like circles in the middle, and they eventually fought a beholder at the end who its central eye was the Jack in the Box mascot, and they realized that, and his name was Jacques, and they were in this like fabled prison called the Box, so it was Jacques' box. And they had a really good time. It was really fun. I got to reveal Jacques' fucking mini to them, which was really fun. And then at the end of it, they were there was a bell. There was this relic that they were sent there to retrieve, and it was the Bell of Teco. And they found the bell and came out of it and did all these things. And at the end, they thought that Ham abandoned them when he really just saved their asses. And he rang the bell, and there was something that showed up. And it was when, I don't know if you guys remember seeing this, but Elise last Christmas got me a miniature painting class in town here, and they did those little the little dogs. And I decided to do the Chihuahua for that precise moment, because when they rang the bell of Teco, there was this little Chihuahua showed up.
Because
Exactly, it started fucking shit up. And so they got out of there. They all survived, which was incredibly surprising because they were doing ridiculous things. And then Ham gave him the bell. He's like, I just wanted to do it for the fun of it. Like, it just needed a challenge here. And he gave it to them so they can get their reward. And he was like, we make a pretty good team. Like, going through this and like going through. It's like, so I got a question for you guys. How do you feel about secret recipes? And then that was, if they wanted to play again, I was going to do something where they were going to go try to steal the Colonel's secret recipe. But it was dumb. It was ridiculous. And it was fun because I just made up bullshit and they enjoyed it. And they were, for the most part, first time players. So it was a good time. Okay, my phone is there. I need a mini, so I'll be back in just 1 second. You can talk strategy or just bullshit, whichever you want.
The second any of y'all get 5 foot of the beholder, I am instantly shooting out a blast at it.
I think Steven is already within 5 feet of the boulder. Got whacked by one of its,
Oh shit!
proboscis.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, it depends on how far the tentacles can reach.
Yeah, I just need to see what the map looks like because it's like I'm powerful, but I'm still way more powerful if I can get a sneak attack off at any given time. Because
Well,
How loud is my crunching in the background when I'm eating? I always wonder if I should mute myself or not.
That's what I'm trying not to. I'm trying to chew on the other side of my microphone. If it's bad, I'll mute.
I didn't hear anything. I mean, it's very, very faint. Like maybe your cat's playing with plastic in the background.
Okay. They're not, but okay, that's good. Okay, I'm not too worried about it then.
So, is a beholder immune to anything in particular that we know of?
well, let's metagame a little bit.
I don't know shit.
Weakness.
I mean, can I use fire?
Yeah, Ogg would definitely not know that off the top of his head.
Well, yeah,
It is-
Steven might know as far as like research. I don't think he's ever encountered one, if that's what it is.
Hmm.
I mean, it sounds like it. If it's got one
6
big eye, a bunch of wiggly proboscis.
tentacles.
Well, we'll know real quick when he pops down his fucking beholder like miniature, and they're like, "Oh, well, there we go."
All right. Well,
If
Well,
it's
but, like-
round and floating, then it's definitely a beholder.
so I think I'll get my meteors out. The big spell, but it's extra damage I can add to every attack.
This is going to be a rough fight for Ogg. I am not rolling well with any sort of like. I mean, Ogg can be a meat shield still. He just has to stand there. But
I can give a 2 bonus to one person on their AC.
well, Ogg's AC is a 20. Even like
So
I don't get any negatives on that. Just because
If you could distract him and have a higher AC where it might be wasting attacks against you, where we could do pot shots from wherever.
Okay.
That might be
Well,
beneficial.
Okay.
Might be.
Yeah.
All right, this is going back over here.
Like Ogg could try to do the same thing he did with the toad and just try to grapple it, maybe. But that's just like a strength check.
But if I'm throwing fireballs at it, you might be in the way.
Okay, phone. Got you.
6 meteors.
All right, I was half listening to what you guys were talking about. Who's metagaming? Who's doing this bullshit?
Each of your turns thereafter.
All right. Hee-yaw, there's Zoom.
All right. So am I reading this
Join.
correctly? When you cast the spell and as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend 1 or 2 charges. So that means I can cast the spell and then as a bonus action, use it on that same turn. Am I reading that correctly?
It sounds right to me.
Okay.
But
Do you want this in real time or do you just want pictures?
Pictures are fine. I just need to get I just want to kind of.
Okay. I'll throw this back then. All right.
I was about to say, I like real
Here.
time, but okay.
They come. There's Callista, there's Ogg, there's Steven, there's Nigel. Get that out of there. What am I going to use for Alanis? We'll use one of those multicolored ones that Zoe did. There we go. I'll use that one.
I'm partial to the camera, but
I like the camera too.
We can do the camera. No, we can do that.
I'm fine
if
with
it's
whatever,
not too much
so.
of a pain, plus you got to think of our viewer.
Exactly.
The one, yes, the one viewer. It is very important. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I'll put that
we're
one
up
there.
2 subscribers, and I'm looking at the analytics, and we have like traffic, and it's like, oh, there's somebody there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I've tried to get a couple friends to watch our bullshit. So hopefully that's a couple of them. Jose, if you're watching, I love you. and Jose may be the one that guest shots sometime in the near future.
No,
My brother-in-law David, if he's watching, he may jump in on our bullshit for Callista's one shot.
Yay.
That should be a fun time.
So here's a fun fact. I have in the dating world, anyone who wants to get to know me, I give them this link to this channel to get to. So all of the suitors out there,
Jesus.
what's up, guys?
They know what they're getting into. Like Callista is my alter ego.
It's her alter ego, but she really I base all my decisions off of her. So if you fall behind, you're fucked. I look out for myself. That's really on point.
Survival.
Really on point. Okay. All right. Let's see here.
We really should do a recap
good
episode then eventually for the sessions that we never actually recorded.
It's a really good thing that these Zoom things change every time too, because I'm gonna need the password for the thing for this meeting. You know what? You should just start giving it to me beforehand every time, so I stop asking for it on air. Yeah. So is the meeting, is it 898-792-07116?
07116, correct.
Okay, cool. What's the password?
So does the numeric one work, or does the alphanumeric one usually work?
If you go to invite, it gives you the meeting passcode at the bottom right. It's
actually, hang on. Let me see if I can do this. Hang on. Let me try this, and I may not even need to do shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can also just click on the link from Messenger. That'll
in your phone. Click
copy the link below, paste in Safari, copy link.
You don't need to copy, just click it and it'll say open in two, and it'll say open in Zoom, and it'll
not on this phone, Missy.
Well, sorry.
Well, if you need the passcode, let me know.
First time user download from App Store. It is downloaded. Launch meeting.
You got this.
Everyone shut up so we don't get huge feedback. Ding dong. Call using internet audio. All right, how's that?
That's the quietest this whole group has ever been.
Oops. Just waiting for this map.
I didn't mute myself or anything. I just went quiet.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I was making a post to Facebook.
I still haven't been on Facebook since August.
I took it off my phone,
You're
and
not
it's
missing much.
I like your Dwarven Forge.
I mainly am on it just to watch and see what comics are selling and what for, since I'm selling a bunch of my books.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Use it as like a side hustle.
There we go. That'll work out okay. All right, let me get my stuff and dice and things. So, Steven, you're here. I don't know if you guys can tell.
I just pinned it. I'm good.
Steven, you're here. Ilanis is here. Callista, Nigel, and Ogg. And this thing is like right kind of center. So all of these up here, there are raised portions and things too.
Ooh,
Here, should I come from the side?
Yeah.
Here. Put this down like this.
I'm like leaning down, like me lowering my head is gonna help me see differently.
How's that? Is that better than an overhead view? Do you like that better?
Yeah, that's actually good.
Okay. All right. So Ilanis, Callista, Nigel, Ogg, Steven, and this thing is like amongst all these rays, like these are like the stalactites and things like that. I had to mishmash my dungeon tiles with my cavern tiles, but fuck it, it works. Alrighty, so let's see. This is here. This is here. This is.
So those dark tiles aren't anything special. Those are
no. That was just me having to fill in holes, basically. Yeah. I don't know. Step on one, see what happens.
Gelatinous cube falls from the ceiling.
Oh fuck!
What's the thing you fear? That a giant fire beast falls in front of Steven.
Okay, so now that we're in the shit of it again.
You're in the shit. Exactly. So
of the monster.
You what?
Steven in 5 feet of the monster.
Is Steven in 5 feet? He is well, let me see how big this thing is. This is a large monstrosity. I think this thing is large, if I remember right, because it takes up, no, that's still the same. This thing is going to pretty much, you know what? I'm going to say like this entire tile right here is this thing.
Okay.
So he is right here. So he's 10 feet away from this thing, but he's real close in front of it.
Okay, I'm gonna hold off my attack a little bit.
He's gonna hold your action?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm just let me just double check how that I can't it's at 5 feet or blah blah. Because if not, then I'm just gonna do my
What are you thinking of doing?
Oh, it's 5. I was gonna just try and sneak attack it, but yeah, I'm not in 5 feet of it.
Oh yeah, no. You can throw an attack. It's not gonna get sneak attack bonus.
No, that's a wasted attack.
Why would I attack then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Okay. So are you staying here? Are you putting distance? Are you running? Are you staying on Ilanis's heels? What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and get to maybe a clear line of shot, and then just
you guys came from this way, like back here.
Say what?
This is where you guys came from.
Yeah, but so I just kind of want to get a clear line of shot on the monster, and then just ready my storm shot until like it either gets closer to Steven, or someone else gets close to it.
Okay, so this thing is pretty damn big, and with it's large. So it like the stalagmites and things that are on the ground. Any geology nerds are like, it's actually stalactites. I don't really think he knows what he's talking about. I don't, because I haven't had a science class in fucking 15 years. So I'm gonna say stalagmites are on the ground, stalactites are from the ceiling. So these stalagmites, this thing is much larger than anything else that's on the ground, and you can see it. It's the only one moving. So as far as can I see this thing where I am? Yes, in this room, because it's the most prominent thing. The only thing that may fuck it up is if you're like behind total cover of something, like if you're trying actively to hide behind another stalagmite.
Yeah, let me just get like maybe.
You're right. Mite is from the bottom, tight is from the top.
Suck it, geology nerds!
Oh, fuck you guys. Let me get like 30 feet of the. Yeah.
You are 20, about 20 feet away right now.
Yeah, I'll just hang out where I'm at.
You're just gonna hang out right here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out right here. Do my thing.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're hanging out. You've got your bow drawn back, ready to go. You said you're readying your storm shot?
Yeah.
Okay. You're hanging out. Ilanis is next. And she sees Steven on the ground. You're prone, by the way. You rolled, and you're on your knees. You're not like fully down on the ground, but it's going to take you a little bit of
movement to get up.
Of movement to get up there. Yeah, exactly. And she is. Fuck! I should have printed off her spells too, because now I'm using the goddamn phone. Let me see here. So she is basically going to shout out. Oh yay, she's already up there. She says, "This is not a fight that we need to take. Keep moving." And and she's just going to keep running in the direction that she is headed. What does she have here? Does she want to use anything? Yeah, she'll just go ahead and use that. That's the best thing to do. So she's going to keep moving in this direction. Let me do this for her. Okay. She is going to head this way and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Head that way. Let me see. Okay. So she's just going. So she headed up this way, and she's coming here. Let me get back to this so I can see if you guys can see what's happening. Oh my goodness. Let's go. There it is. All right. So yeah, she heads up this way. She's just running, and she's trying to tell you guys, like, we don't need to fight this. And runs. And as she gets here, she throws up her hand. Or no, she has a staff. I'm sorry. I said she has a staff. So she levels her staff off at this thing and fires off a firebolt at it that does connect. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is definitely going to connect with this thing. And it just fucking clips this thing like in the mouth. And it kind of like kicks itself back a little bit and shrieks and screeches, which is horrendous. It does not sound good. It echoes throughout these fucking halls and just generally kind of makes you guys cringe, the noise that this thing makes. And so she, that is her turn. Next is going to be Callista. You're up next, I believe. Yes.
From where she is, she has clear line of sight of him. So
yeah, so pretty much wherever you guys are in this, put this down a little bit so you can see me sitting on my ass. Wherever you guys are in this space, like this thing towers above like anything else that's there. Okay. You have your light spell going, so it illuminates almost everything in this room. So it's very easily seen. It's also the only stalagmite that's moving. So everything else is stationary, and you can see it kind of wherever you go. So you can follow her, you can go somewhere else, you can try to help Steven, whatever you'd like to do.
I would like to use my action to cast Bless on Steven, Ogg, Nigel. So that adds a D4 to an attack or saving throw.
Cool.
Use my bonus action because Steven took damage, right?
No, the tendril missed. He just like dodged out of the way in the nick of time when he saw something coming at him.
Okay, then instead of that, I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself, because I'm still not at full yet.
Oh, okay, go for it.
And then move to her.
What's that word that you use so wonderfully on yourself? You got this?
Okay. It's only like 4 points.
Okay, so you're gonna be right. So you're gonna be right on her ass.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Next up, Ogg, you're next, bud.
Hey, is Steven prone from what you were saying, or is
he's not? He basically he is. He's not like belly to floor. He like kind of rolled and is up like on his hands and knees. So he's not like 100% prone, but he is not upright. Like it's going to take him a little bit of his movement to get up.
Okay.
This is what happens when we're in Rockport for 6 sessions. I just start throwing monsters at you.
Yeah.
Welcome to D&D.
Welcome to the
fucking time though.
To be fair, I did roll for
3 sessions in a row that we just talked for fucking 4 hours.
To be fair, for both of these encounters so far, I was like, let's roll and see if they encounter something. Yep. All right, Ogg, what would you like to do, sir?
Okay, so Ogg's going to move in the direction that Callista and Alanis are going.
Okay.
But not so far that he can't he's going to hang back just a bit so he can run over and help Steven if he needs help.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like right next to that that wall, I guess.
Like right here? Okay.
Yeah, right around there.
The path they took, they were basically like it's not like a full-on enclosed space, but like they are going between like kind of rows of stalagmites that almost form like a hallway. So that's where they're running down. But you want to be like just right at this area here.
Yeah. So if Steven needs help, Ogg's there. But if Steven's able to get over there, then Ogg can kind of just get back behind the wall and run with everyone else. Gotcha.
So so that's your movement. Do you want to do anything for your action at all?
I mean, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to hit even if I do. So no, Ogg will just go into a defensive stance with his half shields in case he needs to defend himself.
You can, so one of your actions can be dodge, which if you dodge, any attacks coming at you have disadvantage.
Okay, I'll do that.
Dodge is awesome. Randy loves dodge. I just want to say that right away. Randy loves dodge.
Steven found that
Steven
out the hard
knows.
way.
Yes, 100%. Okay, so Ogg is just gonna, he's running. He's got his shields up. He's trying to look over to see if his buddy needs any help. And then next up is gonna be Steven. So you are here, sir. This thing is like just in front of you. It's almost so Monsters Inc. When all the monsters are trying to go on the scare floor, and there's that one that's super tall that has all the things, it just starts going. It's almost like that, but not as cartoonish, and it's adult, so it's terrifying.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna take my turn now.
No,
I haven't moved yet.
So I don't care.
All right.
I mean you can do it.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast Minor Illusion right where Steven's at to create a double of Steven to have.
Pause.
Yes.
You have your bow ready, so you have it back.
I can still cast Minor Illusion instead.
You don't have a free hand, dude. You've got your bow like pulled back, ready to go.
Well, then let's just say I just put the bow down and then cast Minor Illusion.
No. That's if you readied it, it's ready to go.
Okay, all right, never mind then.
That's the thing. If you want to cast Minor Illusion, you got to wait for your turn.
I didn't realize that me saying that, I was just trying to add some flavor to what I was saying. But okay, all right then.
If you say so, if you say like
I
get down on my hands and knees behind this guy, waiting for Ogg to push, you can't then be like, oh, I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, and that like it like some things that you say that you're preparing will negate other things.
All right, never mind then.
All right. So you're not taking an action.
Nope, guess not.
All right. Steven's gonna
That's right.
yell.
I'm the DM this time, Nigel. What I say goes.
Steven's gonna yell to the group.
I love you, buddy.
How dare you try to do something cool? How dare you? Not in my game. Not in my house.
How dare I say something that's specific and then want to do something else that does not allow me to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, Steven.
Steven's gonna use, I guess, like a free action to yell to the group.
Sorry.
Everybody run! I'll distract it. I'll catch up. I promise.
Love you. Thank you.
And then I'm gonna step forward, step forward, and attack it.
I'm sorry. I was being told I was being too loud. What are you doing? You're standing up and attacking it.
I'm telling everybody to run. Follow her out. I'm gonna attack it and distract it. And then I'm going to try and catch up after they've gotten past, or if they decide to listen to me.
Okay. I will do that. All right. So you're attacking this thing to damage it, or you're just trying to say over here, over here?
Well, I'm gonna try to damage it. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not.
You're just trying to draw focus. You're trying to pull aggro and shit.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Roll that fucking attack.
So I guess the second he gets in 5 foot of the monster, I am going to let my fucking bow go.
Okay.
Yeah, because I step up, step forward.
Yeah.
Then roll them attacks.
And I get a D4 add to that, right?
Oh, Steven, I'm so sorry.
Did you nat 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
God.
The D4 doesn't help with that one.
No, it's still a
That is a failure, unfortunately.
Damn it.
So we know what Nigel rolled. Steven, what did you roll?
24.
24. All right.
I have a +7. I have a +7. Then I got a 3 on the D4, and I rolled a 16. So yeah, I 24.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage on this thing. So I'll get you right up on it here. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh Christ! You're gonna fucking put an arrow in the
Now,
back of my
just
fucking head.
to do my due diligence, are you running straight forwards here, or are you trying to like get like somewhere around it a bit?
I'm just gonna go straight forward.
Straight forward. All right. So yeah, we'll do
because I can see that opening. Correct? That's an opening there.
Oh, here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I would imagine I could see that, and if I moved, I don't know. I suppose that's Ogg, but I don't know. I don't see anybody. I don't look behind me before I do anything anyway, so I'm attacking.
Why would you? Why would you take into account other factors? That's just
that's
dumb.
just dumb.
That's just dumb. I know that's just dumb. That's just dumb. Okay. All right. So
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
And
okay.
I'll try it, and I'll roll a second attack.
Sure.
22.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. And that's 11 points of damage. So 21 total points of damage.
11 points. Okay, cool. Awesome.
And then, yeah.
So you're hitting this thing. Oh, I'm sorry. And then.
No, that's good. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
So you're swinging your fucking sword at this thing, and it is connecting both times. Where are you trying to hit it anywhere in particular?
You said it's got one big eye, right?
It has one big eye.
Well, then I'm going for the eye.
Well, I will say for this time no, because if that's a called shot, it's going to have different things. Main reason I ask is because it has all these tendrils as well. Are you just going for
that? I would imagine that Steven would try and swing at that first tendril if it was still near him as he's coming at it, and then he would just like try and slash at the middle of it.
If you want to go for that tendril on the first one, you are welcome to. If you want to just go center mass for both of those, you're welcome to as well.
Both tendril and center mass.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So you swing. Hang on 1 second. All right. You swing at the first tendril as it's like receding back for you. It's going around, thinking, try to hit me, and you just like come down on it right like near the body, and it just severs that son of a bitch, and it falls to the ground. And then you, as you're going from your like overhead swing, you come across it and just like connect right away, and it almost feels like it. I mean, it definitely is armored. The reason that it looks like a stalagmite is not just like bullshit. Like it's gonna take a bit to hit this thing, but you definitely connect and hit some meat and just slice through it. And it is not a fan, but it is now missing one of those tendrils. As you step forward to do this, you hear kind of the same similar like as you do that and finish and turn around, and one landed right behind you from the ceiling. So another one of these sons of bitches just came down and tried to land on top of you, but it did miss. So you are good on that. And let me look at something really here.
How much movement do I have left?
You only went 5 feet, so you can.
Well, I didn't know how much took away from standing up from my like half prone.
Oh yeah. Let's say. I mean, I won't go full half. Like 10 feet to get up on your knees, or from your knees to your feet, and then like propel yourself forward. So you had 15 feet to move forward. I don't know how much you have left.
I have. That's math.
That is math.
25 feet left, so I'm gonna try and wrap around the corner then after that.
1, 2, 3. You just like trying to come all the way around it to meet with Ilanis?
Yes.
All right, this thing is going to get an opportunity attack against you.
That's fine. Ooh, but wait, I think, hold on, check. I have nimble escape. I can take as a bonus action on each of my turns. I can disengage or hide as a bonus action. So I'm going to use my nimble escape to avoid that opportunity attack.
Well, there you go. You are just diving through tendrils, going through, not really having a hard time going through it. You're feeling really good about going through, hitting all these things. You get where you are and look and see Ilanis straight in the eyes. And you got probably give her a smile because you're feeling good about yourself that you just did all this shit.
Let's go.
And you hear something, a little kind of a, and something kind of clicks in your head and you go, oh no, and you look up and you see one of these things coming straight at your dome. And right as it's about to hit you out of your peripherals, you see Alanis's hand go up. And it almost, you're not 100% sure if you move or it moves, but it's just enough to where it's like coming straight to like kiss your forehead, and then just something happens and it just grazes your fucking cheek and just slams directly in front of you in a heap on the ground.
Lucky.
So and you look back at her and she says, you need to be more careful.
Sorry.
And then next up is this sumbitch. So this thing got raked across the stomach. Oh, I'm sorry. Pause and let me back up a second. Because we didn't deal with ye old crit fail.
I was waiting for it. I didn't want to say anything.
No.
I was like, did he forget?
I'm gonna move. No. I'm gonna move Steven right back here. So here's what's gonna happen.
Shit.
Let me
God,
listen. I was talking about doing my due diligence. All these things happening. I'm just going to use 2 10s because that's how I'm feeling. I don't want that 100. I'm just going to use 2 10s. Crit fail. There's the sheet. Let's see. Hang on. Nigel, you call it red for 10s or 1s?
1s.
1s. Well, that's a 43.
Woo!
And that says crit fail. You would do your regular damage plus a d6 of damage. So roll all that.
Okay, so do my normal damage.
Normal damage. You said it was your storm bow. So roll that lightning.
Okay,
and
so
then add a d6.
Okay, do I do the sneak attack stuff as well?
How much of an asshole do you want me to be?
Okay. So 2d, so 3d6. All right.
I will say no.
It would be a surprise to hit Steven.
It would 100% be a surprise, but I'm going to say
14.
no. 14 damage plus
5.
19.
Yeah, 19.
19 damage. And the 43 says your main action is nullified for your next turn.
Oof.
Yes.
So is that damage to me or is that
That's
to
to
himself?
you. That's to you. Because he let an arrow go and got some dust in his eye and went, huh, and just completely and hit you.
God damn it, Nigel. Watch where the fuck you're shooting.
Pause. Here's why I came back to it, because I can't do 2 things at once. So the arrow, just like the thing coming at your face, the arrow's coming at you. You kind of hear like a, and you think Nigel doing some bullshit. And out of the corner of your eye, you see an arrow coming, but it's slightly off trajectory and it's coming straight at you. And you just kind of heavy sigh, knowing what's about to come. Nigel, as soon as you let it go, because you had that going, you go, oh no. And you know it's going not where it should. Callista, you're probably the only one that sees this because everyone else is focused on something else. Just as I said before, you guys are looking, seeing what's going on, and you see Alanis put a hand up. And that arrow that is coming directly at Steven just slightly, again, either the arrow moves or Steven moves, but it just grazes. So that damage is nullified. That crit fail is nullified.
Jesus.
My bad.
I like to think that Nigel somehow managed to shock himself on the storm bow when he was doing that. Like he just like somehow got like a little like zap from the lightning. Did we lose Nathan?
Oh, it came back. Okay.
Okay.
It froze. I was into it and I was feeling it and I was like, nothing's moving. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let me see. Check my connect.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
stupid lightning. It's not supposed to hurt me.
That hurt.
Ouch, Rooney.
It was like I rubbed my feet on the
Get my
carpet and then
hand.
touched something.
So fast forward, everything happened. Steven, you're next to Alanis and you give her a little wink, and then you notice something out of the corner of your eye and you look up and this thing is ready to smooch your forehead, and it's going to this time.
Yeah,
Because so I went back, I was like, I should negate that crit because that'd be the easiest thing to do. So this thing is gonna land directly on your noggin. You just look up and see the big like the fucking maw opens up and it's coming straight for your dome. That's not too terrible. You take 6 points of piercing damage as this thing just fucking collides with you. Mouth first.
Ugh.
Okay.
Now it's this thing's turn. So, okay. So let's see, who is this going to go for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And probably 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that's going to go Nigel, and that fell out of there, and Callista. Okay. Oh wait, Nigel, Callista, Ogg. So.
Yay, Ogg's helping.
You're there. Hey, I'm helping. So you guys see.
Bizarro.
You guys see tendrils. So this thing is going like, and it just fucking lashes out with these tendrils. So Nigel, ooh, buddy.
Yeah.
I smell something.
Oh shit.
It's very, very just potent and went straight to my nostrils. So that tendril just wraps around your little body and tightens very quickly. Okay. All right. It is going to reel you in for that second attack that it would have done on you. Just going to negate that. It's going to reel you in. Pulls you up to 25 feet straight towards it.
Yes, I
1,
can't
2,
really
3.
uncanny dodge anything about that, can I?
There is no damage on that. That just wraps around your ass and brings you in. So we're going to do Ogg now. That is a 27.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right, that wraps its ass around Ogg, and you
Well,
are...
how much of a bonus do I get if I dodged?
Oh, shit, that's disadvantage. Okay. Well, that is going to be a 16 then.
Haha!
You are
Ogg
not...
is a ninja.
You are...
How about you?
Thank you for telling me that. And then Callista, this is going to come for you. That is a 21.
Fuck yeah.
You know, I like to
Alright.
think that Ogg actually just like almost fell asleep, and like right when he was like slumping against the stalactite, it just whipped right past him, and he didn't even notice it. Like
So,
Ogg's like, what happened?
What I miss?
So Callista, you
Why
are like,
why it's so dark?
you're kind of in this hallway of stalagmites. So it can't. I'm gonna see if it can do a strength check to see if it can pull rake you over these things.
Okay.
Ouch.
To see if that is something that is gonna do. What would the difficulty be
Very high.
on this? Very high. I will say, how heavy? You're a tiefling. You're big. But you don't have a lot of stuff that you're carrying on you. Like if you had a punch of armor, I would say this is probably a lot more. You're what, like 200 pounds?
Probably.
Okay. Let's say,
Lifting a
okay.
feather.
All right, I got it. I got a
I do
number.
have a shield, so that's
You know, yeah, that shield just really, that is not going to do. I had a 16 difficulty for that, which isn't too bad, and that rolled a 13. So that's not going to do it. So it's still wrapped around you. You are grappled. Nigel, you are grappled.
Right.
So makes attacks as tendrils, uses reel, and makes one bite attack. So I can still do this? Oh, shit. All right, Nigel. I'm sorry, bud. Here it comes. Hiya! Whoop, that did not even go in there. Hiya! That is a 16.
I don't think that hits. That does
Well,
not hit.
I need to know. It does not. All right, so this thing fucking wraps around you, reels you in, and as you see tendrils flying, and kind of like Callista, makes a reaction that she's like just like ah as she gets wrapped up in this thing. You see it bring towards you, and its mouth just opens up and tries to slam on top of you, and somehow you just like dart your little tiny penguin body. It probably thought that you were a lot larger. Like it was actually a full-size human being, and its bite just like didn't quite connect because you're so small. So that is this thing's turn, and Nigel, it is back to you. You are grappled right now.
Tight. I'm gonna hit it with it. So fuck it. I'm gonna hit it with two blasts.
Okay. Target is restrained, has disadvantage on strength chance and strength saving throws. Roper can use same. Okay, go for it.
Cool.
Let me see really quick if grapple gives any sort of disadvantage on things. I am not 100% sure. If we were in person and I had a DM screen up, it would tell me right away if this was see conditions. I will see conditions. Conditions. There we go. Oh yeah, it's right at the fucking back here. All right. Hiya. I know it's exciting for the two people listening for me flipping through pages. Grapple. Speed becomes 0. Condition ends of grapple incapacitation. Condition also ends with okay, yeah, you can still do attacks. There's no penalty on this shit.
Tight. I'm just gonna shoot those blasts right at so if the tentacle's wrapped around me, I want to just shoot it right at the fucking a little bit in front of me just to see if I could kind of blast that fucking tentacle off.
You just want to open up your palms and let it loose on what's around you?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, so I got an 18 plus, so I got a 24 and a 17.
Okay. You open one, you open both of your hands. So it's 24 and 17 for totals for both of those?
Yes.
All right. You open up both of your hands, and one of them just skyrockets away from you, kind of towards the ceiling, and you just hear like a boom, and you notice one of these things, just one of those little slugs fall from the ceiling. The other one directly connects towards your body, but you feel the impact, but you don't take any damage because it squarely hits this fucking tendril that is holding you. So you can go ahead and roll damage on it.
Okay, cool. All right, what are we doing here? D10. 10.
Nice.
Cool. That is just enough to where you hit this thing and you hear it squelch and break apart, and you are all of a sudden just let loose and fall to the ground as this thing goes limp around you.
Right.
So this tendril just got disconnected from this thing's fucking body.
Okay, so the 17 one missed, and I'm just trying. So 17 missed is what you're telling me.
17 missed completely, okay. And this other one hit it directly, and you are on the ground. You were, I will say, well, what do I want to say? I'm going to roll to see how much of an asshole I want to be. That's right down the middle. This did not, it wasn't holding you up in the air going wow, so that when you you fell down, it pulled you in, tried to bite, but you're still at ground level. So when you smack this thing, you find your feet and you're not prone. So you can try to get the fuck out of here if you want.
I'm going to hop on my belly and get over to where Alanis is.
All right, you're going to go the same direction?
Yeah.
Are you just going? Are you disengaging?
Yeah, I'm disengaging.
Okay, cool. All right. You make it through this way. You see Steven with this thing on his fucking face, just trying to get it off and throw it off as it hit him. But you are right next to Steven, who is next to Alanis, who is next to Callista, and Ogg is now by his lonesome. In the back there.
Poor Ogg.
Poor Ogg. It's just apparently the theme of the whole thing. So
The campaign.
exactly. This
Episode
thing
title. Poor
doesn't
Ogg.
need to move, but it probably just like shifts its eyes towards you guys. So Ilanis is going to just keep on going, showing the path for you guys. So she's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to make a way. You see a tunnel coming through this way. You can all figure out that's kind of where she's leading you guys to. Ogg, do a perception for me, because you're the furthest away and you can still kind of see, but a lot of stuff is happening. I want to see if you know where these guys are headed.
Finally, 2 decent rolls. 17.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. So you can clearly see like what's happening, where all these guys are going. The light from Callista's rock is probably helping you out, so you can see where they're going towards. So even if the light goes out or they get way ahead of you, you know where you need to go.
Okay, that's good.
Ilanis runs. She turns around and is going to throw another firebolt at this guy to try to do some damage. But this one just either she's distracted by the tentacles or watching out for you guys or trying to make sure where she's going. She's concentrating on a lot of things. She looks a little winded, and she just throws a firebolt and it goes directly sailing over this thing's head. That is her turn. So we are back to Callista. You're next. So Callista, you're right here, kind of. Oh fuck, Callista, you're grappled. So you have this. Yeah, you have this fucking tendril around you. You can try to get out of it if you would like. It's going to be contested strength checks between you guys if you want to try to just muscle your way out of it.
Is there anyone else within 5 feet of me besides the monster?
Yes. Steven is like right around the corner from you. He's like, so these and Nigel's on the other side of these stalagmites. What were you considering doing?
I wanted to see if I could cause damage to maybe get an advantage on my strength check to get out. Either with sword burst, but I'm not going to use that because Steven's right there. Or is anyone else grappled besides me? Is anyone else touching it?
You are the only one grappled right now. Nigel got out of his by using one of his good magic spells.
So if I use shock and grasp to try and shock it, would that give me advantage on like a strength check to get out of the grapple?
That would not necessarily give you any advantage to get out of the grapple. And if you are using your shocking grasp, that's going to be your action.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to use a second action to get out of this thing.
I need to try to get out of it though, because they're going to leave me. So that's strength.
Well,
Maybe you should have brought flair.
roll a roll a perception to see how much of this stuff you saw going on that was around you, because Nigel got out of it. What was it?
21.
You saw Nigel and you heard his patented fucking shotgun blast magic spray. So you saw him get tangled up in it, and now he's out of it after he blasted something. So you can deduce that you can potentially do enough damage to this thing to where it'll either let you go or it'll just get obliterated.
All right, cool. So I will.
So that's an option now.
First level. Nope. Yep. Cast a second level chromatic orb. Gonna blow it up. Please blow up.
If you're using chromatic orb, this thing is directly on you. It's going to be at disadvantage because it is right on you. And with this potential spell, I will say you may do damage to yourself.
All right, so
because that's a big thing that like you're rocketing out.
Then we'll stick with shocking grasp because that's a touch.
Go for it.
That is a 15 to hit, please.
Not going to do it. You grab this thing and you send some electricity through it, but it does not feel like it is reactive at all.
Cool. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself and give me 2 more AC.
Okay. So your guys' bless is now gone. So be aware of that because Shield of Faith is a concentration spell, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. That is Callista's turn. So now we are up to Ogg. You're up, buddy.
Okay.
So you saw this happen. Tendrils were coming at you. With your roll, you do see these guys heading this way. Callista is wrapped up in a tendril right there.
Okay. Am I close enough to Callista to run over there and try to ungrapple her from the tendrils?
What is your exhausted movement speed?
20 walking feet. Or, yeah, 20.
Yes, you have enough to get there. She's 15 feet away, so you can run up, try to pry this thing off of her if you would like. And with so you have disadvantage on your checks. If you rage, that basically cancels it out because it gives you advantage on your strength checks, right?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and go into a rage.
Okay.
And then try to just do, I guess is what it's the strength check.
Mm-hmm. So this is just going to be a straight roll on this,
Okay.
and you're contesting with the monster here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So 17, not one of my better rolls, but
I mean, it'll do it because I got a 16.
okay.
So
Nice.
Og comes up, and Callista, you see his eyes just kind of go wide and his chest puff up, and you know exactly what's going on with him. He's
Mhm.
you know, He-Man and Grayskull pairs, and he just fucking grabs this thing and yanks, and you hear, well, let's do this. This will be fun. If you are contesting this thing and you're just fucking yanking and you're pulling, you beat it. Just roll a d4 for me. We'll do some damage on this thing.
Okay.
I'm sure you, with like your grip in it and you're just ripping, I'm sure you're pulling some tendons and sinews and shit apart.
Yeah, it was just 2. So
2? Okay. All right. It does enough damage where, yeah, this thing slacks off of Callista.
I sprained its tendril.
Yeah, exactly. And so you have gotten her out of this thing's grasp. Steven, you are up.
All right. Is that thing like off of me, or do I have to make an action?
It's not. No, it's not. It's not connected to you. It basically
All
just
right.
fell from the ceiling and clipped you.
Then I'm going to repeat my first thing: is everybody get out, get out! Ogg, I'm waiting for you. And then I'm gonna move in front.
I'm over
of
by
it.
Callista, so like.
What's that?
I said I'm over by Callista now.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's not
no.
like...
He knows that you're. I'm waiting for everybody to get out.
He got
I'm
hit in
gonna-
the face with a giant slug. He doesn't know where he is right now.
I'm just saying. I'm waiting for everybody. I'm gonna still draw fire from it. So I'm gonna move 10 feet. I think I can see just straight. No, not towards the exit. Towards the monster. I'm gonna go.
You
right
just
up
like
next.
running up on it again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna keep trying to get focus on it so that they can wrap and run around me.
All righty.
Hopefully.
Go for it.
And then then I'll try and swing on it twice. I'm gonna go for its eye.
You're gonna go for its eye. All
If
right.
I can see it. Yeah. If I can
I
see.
think. Okay, go for it.
Come on.
Yeah, you can see its eye. I think I remember what the extra penalty was.
Dirty 20.
Total?
Yes.
You swing for the eye and it pulls back right enough time. You think it's going to land and it just like pulls back and you whiff on the eye. It was
Okay.
right at the correct height and where it needed to go. It just like right in the last second.
All right. Well, then I will try again.
Same thing for the eye?
Yep. I'm going for that eye.
Go for it.
Come on. Oh. Shit. That's 27.
Yes, that one will do it. So go ahead and hit your damage first.
Or 26. Sorry.
No,
26? No.
Yeah. Shit.
I'm just no. hit your damage.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do I'm gonna add to it as well.
Okay. You smiting this sumbitch?
You sure am.
Do it. What level?
2.
Ooh, add them 3d8.
So we'll do this one. There's a 1, 2, 3. Nice. 24 damage, and 14 of that is the radiant.
Nice. All right, so this is
Spell
awesome.
quick. Okay.
So yeah, you hit this thing direct. So you whiff the first time, and you bring it back above your head, and you just kind of pray to Helm that you're gonna find purchase, and you just fucking jump and lay into it again, and it hits just directly in the center of this fucking thing's eye, and your sword lights up with the familiar light that you know of, and it just fucking rakes through it and leaves like a light as it cuts through. And this thing fucking shrieks in pain, and the tendrils start throwing up in the air. And this thing is going to go ahead and be blinded for a turn at least, and we'll see if it does can get a Constitution save on the end of its turn to be able to see shit again. So, Steven, that was your turn, which is wonderful because it's this thing's turn now. So it is going to go for Steven, and then Callista, and then Steven, and then Steven. So, which, I mean, makes sense. So,
Yeah.
All right, Steven, this thing, ooh, you're lucky. Ooh, you're lucky. That's an 18 and a 6, so that's a 13, so that's going to miss. It tries to bite you and just completely misses, trying to remember where you are. It's going to throw a tentacle at you. That ate shit. You're lucky again. That's another 13. This one is going to go for, oh, Steven again. Might as well get all those out of the way. All right. Where's my thing? This is, so hang on. This doesn't, So it's, the tendril crit fail. So big whiff right in my other nostril, the bad kind. Smells like rotten eggs. And but it doesn't do damage. So I'm gonna say it wraps. Or you know what? Fuck it. It goes for Steven, and it wraps around a stalagmite instead, and thinks that it got this sumbitch that blinded it, and pulls really hard, and the stalagmite fucking breaks off of the ground and goes fucking just rocketing towards its face. I think that's good. How much damage would a rocketing stalagmite do for this thing? I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna say 2d8. I think 2d8 is fair.
I feel like it would possibly be an unarmed strength, almost, for the creature.
But then weight. But then
yeah, there's all the weight though. Yeah, so it would almost be like
the stalagmite's gonna do more damage anyway. So I'm gonna say that. Okay, so this is all right. Cool. So this thing thinks it's really got it and just shrieks and pulls. And Steven, you see this happening, and it's coming towards you. So it goes above you, pulls something, and you just like basically kind of see and hear just like a woof over your head as you also hear just like a crack and a crush as a fucking giant rock spire just decimates this thing's fucking face, and it breaks apart and goes spraying. And then the last hit is going to be on Callista. It's going to see if it rakes across this thing. That is a 20 to hit.
It meets with my AC. With my
Okay. However, you see Ilana's raise her hand up, and this thing just barely misses you. So it's coming at you. You're taking flashbacks to like, you know how it feels, and it just all of a sudden just like grazes past you, and you're not you don't know how this is happening, but it's just like things that should be hitting, should be missing, are like taking different routes. So that is this thing's, yeah, that's all of its attacks. So next up, we're back to Nigel.
I guess I'm going to try and get as close to the door as I can.
Sure, if you dash, you can get down this fucking hallway. Like
what
you
happens
can
if I dash? I can't do anything else.
If you dash, that's your main action to like double your movement, so you can get the fuck out of here.
I just want to do half. I want to do my normal 25.
Which is what? 25? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, yeah, you can get like one in front of Ilana, so you can start making your way down this hallway.
Tight. And then I look behind me and I sing to the whatever the fuck it is. Someone should use moisturizer. And then I need you to do a I just need you to do
psychic damage.
Yeah.
It's not vicious mockery because you're not a bard. I don't know what this is.
What do I need? Whispers.
Oh, okay. Now hang on. Does this thing need to know what you're saying?
You whispered a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear.
Okay, go for it. What do I need to roll?
A wisdom saving throw.
All right, what's the difficulty?
16.
Well, that's a 19, buddy.
Oh, well, all right then. Well, you're on a failed save. Oh, it only takes...
it heard you. It doesn't know where you're coming from, but it's just trying to lash out. It doesn't understand the words that you're saying, but it hears the mocking tone in your voice.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I just fucking throwing tendrils out.
Oh, shit. You only take, let me see, 6 damage.
Ooh, I still take damage. Okay, cool.
Psychic damage.
There it goes. Boom. Alrighty. Ilanis is next. Can she do anything fun? I mean, she's been saving your asses and rocketing firebolts that way. Let me see. See other shit that she can maybe do.
19 wisdom from a rock monster.
Yeah, you heard me.
I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just a very well learned.
It's just I'm very skeptical.
Yeah. Yeah, Nigel does his thing, and he looks at it, and he doesn't really get the reaction. He's like, huh, and then just kind of shrugs. And
it is very wise in the ways of being a rock monster.
I guess, yeah.
Thanks. Well, it wouldn't matter for Nigel right now because that was a saving throw, but I think everything gets. Oh yeah, okay. Well then, yeah, she's just gonna rocket some more fucking fun. She's like telling everyone, like she's seeing people not necessarily doing bullshit, but like taking her time. She's like, we need to go. And she just hurls another fucking firebolt at this thing. That's gonna hit. Whoop, that fell out. Ooh, good one. She rockets another firebolt at this thing, and it hits it directly in like one of the rakes, the lit up rakes that fucking Steven hit. And it just like kind of goes right where your wound hit it and just kind of like splits apart part of it. Like it doesn't hit it in the eye, but like where you came down across, it like hits the like bottommost area. And since it's already damaged, it's just kind of like just like fucking blasted apart, and this thing shrieks and is just like losing its fucking mind. And that is her turn. She's sitting there waiting for you guys to haul ass. And you know what, I'll take it. She takes like a couple steps back to open up like the hallway for you guys. And now it is Callista. You're up. You are no longer grappled. Ogg fucking pulled that shit off of you, and you are good to bolt or do whatever you so desire.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage, head towards Alanis, and has Ogg or Steven taken damage? I can't remember.
Ogg has not. Steven
I took a little bit of damage. I'm fine.
A little bit, yeah. It wasn't a lot.
Okay.
Oh, you got hit with the fucking thing that hit. Actually, yeah.
Ceiling slug.
Let me back up to the. Okay, that's a no. And then okay, go ahead. All right, yes. All right, we're back to where we are. So Callista, you make your way to Ilana. So you start your way down the tunnel. Do you want to do anything else, or you just want to get the fuck out of Dodge?
Bonus action healing word on Steven, just cause.
How close does he need to be to you?
60 feet.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Uh,
And that word is
be well.
You will, John.
Hurry the
Spartan.
fuck up, bitch!
Demolition Man. Be
Hurry the
well,
fuck up.
be fucked.
And then it's a whopping 8.
I'll
Okay.
take it.
Cool.
That almost that brings me back up to where I was before the thing hit me
Yeah.
from the ceiling.
All right, Og. Poor sweet Og.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
up, buddy.
Ogg's just gonna try to get there as fast as he can. Like he'll use all of his move.
You gonna dash this shit? All right, 1,
I'll just dash it.
3, 4, 5. So, yeah, you made it, buddy.
Yay!
You're making
Personal
your way down.
victory for Ogg.
I mean, it's hard. You've never felt this winded in your fucking life.
Yeah.
You know why, but you're just like, yeah, Og feet heavy. And then Steven, you are up now.
I'm gonna hit it once before I leave.
You can, okay. Okay. Go for
That
it.
was a very Steven thing to do.
Yeah.
You have now. You have advantage on this.
I have advantage on this?
You have advantage on this because it's blinded. It hasn't had a turn yet to see if it's not blinded. It's been blinded this whole time.
I got bookends. Thank God I had it.
It could go either really good or really bad. Thank God for it. Wouldn't that be a bitch if everyone's out and you're like, I see
I'm
you.
gonna hit it one more time, and then I fucking
see you, creature. You think you can do
Fail,
this to us,
yeah.
and you just fucking crit fail and eat shit, and it picks you up and swallows you.
And then we have to carve our way into it to get Steven
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. No.
He didn't live the way he, or died the way he lived. Failing
Like an
Inside of a monster.
Thinking he needed to do one more hit.
Ooh, that's 15 plus 4. Do I double my proficiency bonus as well, or just?
You just double the dice roll, baby.
All right.
So if you roll a 4, it's an 8, and then you add your plus whatever to it.
All right, so that's. Well, I just did 2 dice. I just did 2d8, or should I just roll one of them? And double?
Whichever one. If you want to roll 1 and double it, if you want to roll 2, it's
All right. I rolled 15 plus 4 is a 19.
okay. Roll your 100 because we got to add the flavor to it.
Where's my fucking 10? 93.
Oh shit!
Oh dang! Maybe we should finish this thing off.
All right, roll a d12 for extra damage.
That's a 12, yeah. 10.
Okay. So add that to your already. So that's
19 or 29 total.
29 ball sack.
Yes.
So I was looking over my crit table again earlier today, and I was going through. I was like, are some of these too mean? 93 gets you that extra damage, but it also says the max hit points goes down by 1d10. So let's. I saw something else beforehand on this as you were rolling, and I was like, oh, that would be fun. I have something in my mind that you could do, and I think I'm just going to use it here. So, well, if I may, because normally I would say, how do you want to kill this?
Okay. Yeah.
Which I give it to you. You got it. Me? I paint the picture?
Go ahead. You've
Okay.
been doing so well.
Okay, here we go. So Steven turns around and is about to run and says, no, this is not good enough. I failed so often. And you turn around and you take your sword and you just essentially start like bobbing and weaving through all of these fucking stalactites. Or, I'm sorry, stalagmites, geography nerds. And you just like do a full like circle around this thing, just holding your fucking sword out to your side, like, and just kind of going, ah, and just like fucking going around this thing in a full circle, knowing that it like probably can't hit you and you're just kind of going for broke. And so you kind of throw it into it, push it in again, and then just start running around it. And you make a complete circle around this thing. It doesn't, like, your sword's not long enough and this thing is big enough to where it's not going to like completely cut it off at the ass and it just like go over. But you like know that like basically any entrails this thing has is just like going out in a river behind you as you're like fucking running around this thing. It's just kind of like just like, and when you stop and pull away and jump back, that's pretty much what happens. Is you see, like, if it was like a big cone, like, and you did a fucking circle around this cone, everything that was inside it from the top up just kind of starts to and come out that that fucking cut.
Yes.
So you do that, and you
then I
sheathe
leave.
your sword. Damn it! I was hoping that would happen. It didn't. I was seeing if something else would come down and fucking pummel you in the head.
Fucking something smack you the next time.
But it did not. So this thing, lets out a final shriek as you guys see all the entrails fucking spill out from this gigantic circular cut that Steven makes in a full rotation around it. And he sheathes his sword and starts, I'm sure probably not very hastily walking towards you guys.
Sauntering.
Just heavy breathing.
And you're out of combat as this thing fucking falls over dead.
Okay, we can go now, guys.
As he's
Should we-
panting, he's
Should we
like,
loot it?
There's shit falling from the ceiling. I mean, you go loot it if you want. Fuck that. Let's go. I'm good.
Yeah, Ogg just shrugs and they keep moving forward. Like, yeah.
Ogg just expended like half of his day's energy sprinting towards this tunnel. I
Yeah,
don't know if
sprinting
Ogg
like
wants to
40
go
feet.
back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a fun fight. Okay, so you guys are out of combat. You're resuming your journey through these caves. Nigel, you still leading?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead and as you guys kind of collect yourselves. So in this tunnel you guys are in, it's again, it's not the big space. It's kind of like narrow, probably about 10, 15 feet across. The ceiling is a lot lower. Again, probably about 10 feet, 15 feet. It's not super high. There aren't like anything dangling down. So you think everything that was in there was probably self-contained and was kind of a kill zone that those creatures set up in itself, with the big mamma jamma in the center being like the kind of the mama or the boss of the group.
All right, I got a 20.
Cool. You pick it up and you're going through and you're finding your ways through. You guys have been in this cave long enough now that you kind of can see certain things that might be red flags, like, oh, there's some shit dripping from that wall. Let's not take that route. Heard a noise down there, sounded like screaming. Might not be the way to go. So you're going through and finding your way through. You've been in these caves for probably about 2 hours now, at the very least. And you guys have been, you had a decently taxing fight with this big thing. Not a lot of damage taking, but a lot of effort. You went into this cave at, what did we say? It was like midday, like probably noon. So yeah, from what you can tell from your internal clock, it's, maybe about, I don't know, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So you took time to try to hide the cart. You can still push on. You guys don't know 100% how much longer you need to go to get to kind of where you're trying to, or any sort of signs like that, our cove is near. You just know you need to keep moving forward from where you guys are right now.
Steven's just mainly concerned about Ogg at this point. If he's,
I mean, it's not like if we stop to set up camp, it's not like Ogg's going to get a good night's sleep. So
Right.
true.
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah, we need to keep moving. I want to push forward. Let's get. We had one little delay, and sleeping could actually hurt Ogg more than it could be to keep moving forward. So let's keep
Yeah.
going.
No, that's where I sit.
Sorry, Nigel. We want to keep going.
I'm sorry. We can't stop.
I mean, you can sit on that rock if you'd like, but we
leaving.
all want to keep going.
You guys are talking about sleeping, going through doing all that stuff, and Elanis goes to Ogg and just says, "Would you like to rest?"
I mean, Ogg doesn't really rest when he rests anymore, so might as well keep going.
Okay.
Well, real quick. Was that a rhetorical question, or did you actually have anything that could help him rest?
Or restore him.
Yeah, because if you could try to help my boy out here, that'd be great. But if it was more of like a riddle-like question, we need to keep moving.
Says perhaps I may have something that could help. It all depends on what is happening. Ogg, let's continue on for a little bit and tell me what ails you. And Nigel, do another survival, see how far you get into this while Ogg is kind of letting Elanis know.
Ogg will just, he'll go through and just tell it best he can, and in Oggies. About
his sleepy Oggies state, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably slurring in a bit more orc than he normally does while he's talking.
It's like Spanglish, but it's Orcish.
Yes.
Common and Orc. Comorc. I don't know. Yeah, so she's going through. What was yours, Nigel? 20-something?
21.
Yeah, you guys are making good ways through here. About another hour goes by, and as you're kind of explaining everything, Elanis tells you, Ogg, that she has two things that she thinks could help. She says, well, I could, the next time that you decide you need to rest, I can wait and see if anything appears. If you would rather have some extra, well, let's say protection, then I could cast a spell that may stop from whatever is causing this to happen. I don't think I can do both at the same time, but if you want to see if anything is visiting you while you sleep, from what I could tell, something is clearly watching you and potentially stalking you. I don't know why or what, but if you want to know what it is, then I can wait and see. You may not have a restful sleep, but we may see what is causing it. Or if you would like to have the benefit of rest, if it has been a while, then I could perhaps ensure that for you.
So let's see. I think Ogg's at 3 layers or 3 levels of exhaustion now, and 6 is like death, right?
I believe that's what we're at right now. Yeah.
I know we covered 1, but then I got another one back because I wasn't able to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
just kind of been trading blows.
Mm-hmm. But I'm a little worried if Ogg gets a good night's sleep, we might, whatever is attacking him may get scared off. So we might not get another chance, which would not be a terrible outcome, but we wouldn't have any idea like who was attacking us.
You're willing to try and you're thinking about sacrificing a night's sleep and potentially another level of exhaustion.
Yeah, to potentially just see if we can. I mean, worst case scenario, y'all might be like dragging Ogg behind you. but
Steven's stronger than he looks.
Yeah, Steven's as strong as Ogg is, so Steven could probably.
Ogg will be walking, but nothing is there. He's just kind of going through the motions.
You can just like tie a rope around me and just like keep tugging in the direction I need to go. It's like Ogg's leash.
Let me do a roll real quick and see if she has, based on what you're saying, if she has any thoughts on it. I mean, she basically said like, these are your options. I'll do whatever you want based on what you think.
I think that Ogg feels like he probably could go 1 or 2 more nights without sleep before like dying. So.
Okay.
And I think Callista still has 1 more greater restoration scroll.
Only one.
Only 1, but in a emergency.
Yeah.
We
She
have
says,
that.
yeah, based on what you're saying, like if this might be your only chance to find out what it is and going through here, it is going to spook it off. She says, if you are able to sleep well, if we are able to secure you some rest, based on what you've told me and how long this has been going on, if you are able to evade its touch by one night, I don't believe it will stop, given the slight respite you have achieved. It may even try to redouble its efforts.
Oh.
Again, I don't,
Okay.
not knowing what is causing this, but usually if someone is afflicted in this manner, from what I understand, it will not stop abruptly just because it did not achieve its goal for one instance.
Okay. Yeah, I guess next time we're ready to do camp then. We'll go ahead and we'll have her try to see if she can magic something up so that Ogg can get like a good night's sleep.
Okay.
I like
Cool.
it. I like it.
Okay. So let's see, another hour passed, so it's probably like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Do you guys want to go a little longer?
Yes.
Try to see how far you go into it. Okay, Nigel, give me another roll.
10.
You're going through, you've been feeling pretty good about where you're going through, and then you get to an area that is not as, like a couple forks come up, but there's nothing as distinct to you guys as far as like, this is definitely the way to go, avoid this going through. And so you just kind of guess a couple times. And
I thought Alanis was leading.
With me.
No, I think Alana's hung back to talk to Ogg. So.
Oh yeah, yep, okay.
so yeah, you've been going through, and more so than anything, like you're really sure this is the way to go. You've been more so kind of guessing. And because of that, you've been kind of
Wait,
like,
can I roll these on advantage?
have you not been?
Not that last one.
Oh, convenient.
Let's hit that with a 22.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so
you. I thought, yeah.
You're so yeah. Everything I said, fuck it. I was kidding. You're still finding things that don't look good. Now you know that shit falls from the ceiling. Now you know that there are frogs and other things in here. You guys were in caves a bit in the mine in Prosperity, so there are things that definitely stick out, like this is not a good tunnel, this looks treacherous, and so you're going through and making your way through. And I'll say every once in a while you'll, because of what was happening at the beginning, and you had that slight little what do I do, I would say you're probably still looking at Alanis every once in a while, and she may be like talking to Ogg and noticing she's talking, and she'll go back to talking. So just giving you like the thumbs up, like you're doing great, you're doing a good job. And so you eventually come to an area that ends, like it's a dead end, but you're like, and it dead ends off, but you're kind of confused. You're like, but I looked for the things my rolls. And as you go up to the end of this dead end, though, you notice that it doesn't end in a stone floor. It is there's water. There's a pool.
Yeah. Callista, I think it's time for those scrolls of water breathing.
Oh, should we do camp and then head out like with a friend? And then head like after we get up in the morning, do the scrolls, get a fresh start.
That might be a good idea.
Yes.
I can take first watch.
Okay, I'll do a second.
I want the last watch.
And then Og should sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Og doesn't need to watch at all. Watch the back of his eyelids.
Yes.
You will
Well, I mean, if it
watch-
doesn't work, Ogg's gonna wake up and not sleep anyway. So.
Sorry, I'm just writing something down real quick. Okay, cool. So that I don't forget it later on. All right, so sleepy times.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. So who's staying up?
I'll stay up first watch.
You're staying up.
Steven, then me, then Nigel.
All right. Ilanis is staying up at the very beginning as well, so that she can do her stuff. See
Good.
if her idea works here. So she Og, you lay down and she just says, Don't worry, I'll be right here.
Mhm.
Close your eyes. Either honestly, this will work or it won't. But
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Ogg's already probably asleep while she's still talking.
Doesn't even. She just says, "Now listen," and he's just gone. And she didn't know.
Actually,
This is very important.
Whatever you do.
Don't.
Sorry, what was that, Nigel?
Yeah, I want to watch what she does in case it does work, so I might try to replicate it if need be.
Okay, so you want to stay up and see what she's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Go for it. Callista, are you all eyes on this? All eyes on Ilanis? Or are you
I will
sleeping?
do my watch and the rest of the time I'll do what I can to get a long rest. But during my watch, I want to roll for my magic practice.
Oh yeah. Roll your Arcana for that. So Og lays down. You guys, as best you can, try to figure out how to sleep in a cave comfortably, and then she just kind of sits crisscross applesauce right next to Og and just kind of throws her hands out and closes her eyes and starts doing a little chanting, casting a spell. You guys can tell it's probably some protection spell of some kind, and she's just sitting there over Og, trying to see what she can do. Nigel and Steven, if you guys are awake, you can roll perception, see if you guys see, hear anything
13.
going on.
19.
13, 19. Well, let's see. Everything's pretty quiet. Since the big stalagmite fight, you guys really haven't seen anything. You've heard things, haven't encountered anything, nothing tried to fuck your shit up. But you're basically, your back is to water, and you know where you came from. And you didn't encounter anything coming at you guys, but if something were to start coming down this tunnel, you will probably hear it because nothing is silent in this fucking cave. If it's moving. And then behind you, it's Nigel, it's pretty difficult to enter or exit water without making a sound. So you guys feel like things are pretty good. So first watch kind of comes to an end. You guys are good. She has done what she can, and she says that she can remain awake a little longer if you all want to sleep.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I actually trust her.
I went to sleep immediately after the little seance with Og happened.
You would go to sleep after that? Okay, cool. So Ilanis is awake. Everyone else is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Callista, you are roused out of your sleep by Ilanis just shaking you and says, I have watched over your friends. I require a little rest now, if you would mind keeping an eye out.
Absolutely. Night night.
Okay, so she just kind of sits similar to how she did over Og, just has her back against the wall and just,
Mhm.
yeah,
She likes to do
basically,
4 hours.
she goes into her trance.
Those are
Callista,
nice.
you can roll perception.
Jen is a 14.
Okay. Cool. Kind of, yeah, same things. Nothing seems amiss. There are a couple drip drops that you hear in the water, but it could just be condensation collecting on the tops. It's just falling into the pool that's there.
23.
Your Arcana was 23. Okay, yeah, mark that success on your thing there. Start racking them up. Let's see, Callista. Who is planning on taking the next
Nigel.
watch here? Nigel? Okay. Okay. Callista, you rouse Nigel. Nigel, you're up. Everyone else is asleep. Is there anything in particular you would like to do?
I guess just kind of see what's going on with old Abe. But other than that,
Yeah, we can chat with Abe. We haven't done that in a while. What's going on?
nothing. I'm just do a respite. I pretty much talk with them every night, but yeah, just kind of
Okay.
see, you know.
Okay. You seem tense.
Well, we're in a cave. Ogg can't sleep anymore, so he might die at any second. But other than that, we're pretty good.
Okay.
How you doing, bud?
Wait. I am here.
All right, sounds good.
We have a new friend.
Yeah. What's your read on her, bud?
She seems like an elf.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, and then I just kind of do, I guess, whatever magical practicing I kind of do every night.
She seems like an elf. Wait, how does Abe, like, does Abe hear us from the hat when we're talking? Because we already established Abe doesn't really see.
Abe hears everything.
Oh.
Nigel talks to him every night, so he knows
Okay.
A decent amount here and there, and I'm sure he catches bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember
so
I was gonna
yeah.
try to teach Abe to read at one point, but it didn't seem to work.
Ogg, roll a 20 for me.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just straight.
Just
No
straight,
advantage, just straight.
Okay.
Yeah, no disadvantage for once.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Ogg. You last thing conscious thought that you have is now just you need to, and then you're just black. Just nothing is there. You heard voice and the voice is gone and you are drifting. And you are in a field with kind of some wild beasts. There are horses, there are owl bears, there are griffins, there are giant toads, and you are just kind of walking all together. They don't seem incredibly hostile, and you don't feel like you have any particular purpose with them. You're just all kind of in the same area. And you get a little curious and you walk up to the horse first. You thought about the toad, but you remembered something just inside you said toad may not be a good idea right now. So you walk up to the horse and just kind of get close and lift out a hand, and it
Ogg actually does have a +4 to animal handling.
Okay.
But did we lose Nathan?
Anticipation.
Right at 10 or right at 11 too.
10:50.
I know. I was like, oh yeah, any seconds would be like, and that's the end of the session. And now I guess technology has decided that for us.
I and you are not a big fan of
Nathan, we just lost you for like a minute.
fuck. What was the last?
The last thing was you said Ogg was going up to the horse, and
God damn it.
I said Ogg does have a +4 to animal handling, and then you just like froze.
Well, you died, so it was really elaborate. No, you go you go up to the horse, and you put a hand out, and the horse kind of sniffs you for a second, with his big eyes is looking at you, and you reach out to pet it, and it kind of goes and kicks up and like darts off.
Hmm.
And you say, well, maybe the horse just doesn't understand Ogg. You then look over and see the owl bear, and decide to approach the owl bear because you think owl bear strong like Ogg, owl bear understand Ogg. So you go up, and as soon as you get close, it immediately is eyeing you and doesn't like this big orc that is coming at it. And you again try to put your hand out to see if it wants anything to do with you. And well, let's see, what does an owl bear sound like? If it's part owl and part bear, it probably goes and it just throws a paw, and you throw back, and it just kind of puts up on both of its feet and just towers over you and goes and just turns around and fucking bolts off.
Yeah. Turns its head around 180 degrees, and then the rest of it.
As it's running,
follows.
it just running, it just kind of goes and it turns around and keeps going. And you go, and you just kind of think, I thought owlbear was Ogg's animal. And you look around, you're like, that toad, I don't want to go see that toad. And so you're like, Griffin, Ogg never seen Griffin. Ogg know nothing about Griffin. So you go up kind of hesitantly to the Griffin, and it sees you, and you put your hand out again, and it comes up and sees you, and kind of looks around at what's going on and gets closer. It just kind of bypasses your hand. Its face, just its head just bypasses your hand and just gets right eye level with you.
Mm-hmm.
And is staring at you for a second. And you don't really know what to think other than you need to keep this thing's gaze. If you don't know, maybe if you look away, it's a sign of disrespect and it's going to chomp it. You at your face, you don't know. So you're just sitting there watching it, and time goes by, and it seems like forever. And then eventually the Griffin opens its mouth out a little bit, and instead of like an eagle shriek or anything that you would expect a Griffin to make as far as the sound goes, it opens its mouth and just goes, fly.
Ogg's like, okay.
It comes up beside you and throws its wing aside and gets down, and from what you can tell, invites you onto its back.
Okay.
As soon as your full weight is there, it just fucking takes off at a full sprint towards the end of this clearing that you are in, which is a cliff. And it gets that way and just goes, and you are holding on for dear Ogg life, and it just fucking bounds out and jumps as far as it can and starts to fall face forward towards these rocks and towards the sea. And you are just plummeting at like a fucking, like, just straight forward down, no parachute, like just going straight for these things. And you're getting closer to the rocks, and you're wondering in your head, like, was this a bad idea? And it's just going, and your heart's racing, your eyes are getting very wide. And you say, why you ask Ogg to fly? And if you not fly, and it's just going, and it turns its head back and looks forward, and the peak of the rock that's coming up is getting right to this thing's face. And you turn away because you think the killing blow is coming, and right as it does, the wings spread out and catch the wind, and you feel it hit, and it just soars out over these rocks and towards the horizon and the beautiful sunset that is out in front of you. And you realize that it's going to be okay, and you feel at peace.
Hey.
And you just close your eyes and feel the wind and feel the sun, and open your eyes again and take one more peek at this the sunset that is going down, just the sun on the horizon. You close your eyes, and as you close your eyes, Ogg, you open your eyes. And for the first time in a week, you feel like you were able to rest.
Yay!
Hey.
Ogg found his spirit animal.
A griffin.
Griffin. Ogg is a Gryffindor.
And as Ogg, you open your eyes, you just kind of smile, and you're happy that your body feels like it actually was able to chill and not have this dread be over it. And you feel the strongest you have in days, and you know that whatever it was that Alanis did worked. And you look at her, and her eyes are open, and she's still sitting in that same position up against the wall, and she sees you, and from your face she knows it worked, and she just gives you a very kind of short smile. And she knows that it worked as well. And as you guys are sharing this exchange, all of you hear a kind of eruption from the pool. And those of you that weren't asleep are immediately up and ready. Those of you that were asleep are jarred from your dreaming. And you, hang on, I gotta do this right. You guys all come to, and you look up, and you are standing, and you see two, well, let's see. Everyone roll history for me really quick to see if you know, history or nature, what the fuck these things are.
Assuming I'm not rolling with a disadvantage still, Ogg got a 10.
Keep it going, bud.
Ogg gets disadvantage with his skills until he is fully rested, unfortunately.
Okay, well, let's roll and see if it's worse than that then. 7.
What was yours, Nigel?
8.
8, Steven?
18.
18, Callista?
16.
16. Callista, Steven, and Ilanis recognizes this too. These are merfolk. So they are not quite Tritons. Callista and Nigel, you know 100% what Tritons are because you've encountered them before. Steven, Callista, even if it's not from full experience, you know what these things are from pictures, from books, from
Probably
stories.
read them, yeah.
So they are they're humanoid from the waist up. From the waist down, they do have kind of they don't quite have legs. They have kind of tails and fins. They are more fish-like than humanoid. And there are 3 of them, as they don't like rocket out and superhero landing from it, because the ceiling is only 10-15 feet tall. But there's definitely like a spray as they come out, and they come out kind of in unison. They're all next to each other. They're wielding spears. They don't really have a whole lot of armor to be seen, and they speak to you, but none of you guys really understand what they're saying at first. It's very kind of archaic and ancient from what you can tell.
Can I use my telepathy?
You can use your telepathy.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go like, hey, don't mean to freak you out or anything. I'm gonna do this too. Do the whole.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Okay.
But we have no fucking clue what you're saying. But we can talk like this, or you could maybe try talking common, or maybe draconian. The little one over there knows, and I'm like gesturing towards people, maybe like trying to knock off some languages that we know.
I got Abyssal,
Infernal.
Goblin, Orc.
Yeah. Any of that'll work, because whatever you're saying right now is just gibberish.
They kind of one just kind of sits and looks at the other, and speaks to them in the same language. And they all they're conversing for like maybe 30 seconds, and they all nod to each other. And the one in the center steps forward and says, "We speak your tongue." And he's speaking common. Says, "We speak your tongue. Are you here to answer the call?"
What? Hey guys, real quick, let's huddle up, and then
Dad huddle.
dad huddle.
The call, and I'm addressing this to Alana, is the call referring to, you think, the thing that you saw out in the ocean, Alana?
It could be. I don't know.
Do we want to maybe find out
Who's got the trident?
I think I do.
There's no call. Like, just show them the fucking trident and tell them we're here for that. Like, that's what we're here for.
Let's. You know what? You're right, Steve. Let's cut this bullshit out. We're not here to do side quests. We are on a mainline quest right now, and we've got to stop doing that.
The helm told me we're fucking around too much. We got to get this shit taken care of. The world will end.
Well, if your crazy armor god says that, then hell yeah, bud. Let's get this going. And so I'm gonna waddle back over to them like, so here's the thing, not necessarily here for your thing. Don't know really what your call is. We've got this trident that we're trying to return to the people of Arcove. Because they had a champion and their champion died. So we're here to return the trident, maybe try and grease a few palms as we're there, but really, we have no clue what your call is.
They're taking all this in and nodding, kind of looking at each other, and they say, "Trident, I believe we've been waiting for it. May we see it?"
I'll roll insight.
Yeah, I'm rolling insight.
I imagine they probably want to see this trident.
16. They can't have it. They can look at it.
Look with your eyes, not with your hands, or your flippers, or whatever.
Wait. Did you know who the owner of this trident was?
Hang on. You tell me what your insight was. You rolled. Everyone rolled.
16.
16. Did you roll 2, Nigel?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, 15. I'm sorry. You must have said it at the same time. 15, 16. Yeah, they seem very interested when you started talking about Trident, Arcove, we're here to bring, and they recognize kind of what you're talking about, but they want to confirm what you are saying and see if it matches up with what they know.
I gotta go back to the non-recorded episode and figure out who the fuck, because all I got is Arco dash.
I got it.
We moved on.
Arcove dash Trident. That's what I've got. That's
Yeah.
the summary of it.
Okay, guys, your DM has everything written down. It's fine.
So
That was the only one I didn't have written down. It was a Triton has a Triton. Yeah, so.
standing at the back.
So they want to. So they want to
All my
see.
boys
They
in the
want to
front.
see this thing.
Go ahead and show
I
him,
hold it
Callista.
Oh, wait, here, real quick. I'm going to use my telepathy on Steven
Mm-hmm.
to tell him that if they look like they're going to fucking take this thing, you fucking end them.
And I'm just gonna look at him and go,
And I just kind of wink, and then yeah, let him look at the trident, Callista.
There it is.
Okay. You brandish this thing, and their eyes go wide, and they see it, and they start kind of.
what was that?
Something on the roof.
Santa?
Something, a weird noise comes from the ceiling of the cave.
Well, funny thing, the room that I'm in shares a wall with like the master bathroom, so I don't know what the fuck that was. If it was because outside is on this wall, bathroom is on that wall. Like, yeah, ceiling's up there. I don't fucking know.
It could be a cat knocking something off the counter.
Yeah, possibly they're assholes.
Yes.
So yeah, they look at each other, and they're talking to each other, and their eyes go wide, and they're And they say, yes, that's what we've been waiting for. Please, we'll follow us. We'll take you to where it needs to go. That was a weird
I roll-
voice. That's not how they sound. We take you where it needs to go. There we go. A
Insight.
little more, a little breathy, a little more breathy.
Mhm. More like a fish.
More like a fish. You want to do insight, Callista?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
not a very good one. It's 13.
Okay. Steven, yeah, you and Nigel, you keep your roles. You don't have to do them in. They have somewhere that they want this thing to go.
Does it
They
seem
know
like
where it
they're,
needs to go?
okay, that's what I was looking for. I'm like, they may have somewhere where they want it to go, but is it where we want them to take us?
So yeah,
I mean,
you
our instructions are basically just, return the trident to Arco, try to reestablish, I guess, diplomatic relations with Bark
Mhm.
Hollow. So that's pretty much what we were tasked with. So
Yeah, let's do it.
all right, and they say yes, follow us. We will lead you where you need to be. And they dive into the two of them dive into the pool. The other one is kind of lingering behind, making sure that you can actually take this journey.
So I pull out the scroll and I use a sorcery point.
Real quick,
To-
Melissa, let's just let me
let's
just
ask
ask,
if, make sure they don't have any way for us to breathe underwater first, maybe.
yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
do you have? Can you enable
can
us
you
to
help
breathe
us with that?
underwater?
Yeah. Like we can't really breathe underwater. We've got ways, but if you have a better way than what we have, that'd be much appreciated.
He looks kind of confused, as if I could share my gills, I would gladly, but you've made it this
Okay,
whole
yeah,
way
yeah,
without.
okay. So, yeah,
So
no.
sorcery point to extend the spell to double its duration. So I'm going to use one scroll, which lasts for. Where
Michael,
did it go? Where did it go? Is it 1 hour?
No. Water breathing, I believe, is 24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't sound right. As it looked like 1 hour. Okay. So I'm going to use sorcery point, extend a spell to double its duration. So one scroll will equal 48 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Let me. I'm like 99% sure, but we'll see. This water breathing, 24 hours. Yeah. Okay. All right. Start that clock. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it on here. So if you guys went Betty by at like 6 and took a nice long rest to make sure everything was good, let's say, yeah, we'll do this. Let's say water
it's
breathing.
Let's say it's 7.
Okay.
Oh, did Ogg knock off one of his levels of exhaustion? So he's down to
Yes,
2
he
now?
did.
Excellent.
Ogg certainly did. So let's see what Ogg is at. Exhaustion. Let's see.
I think
Just to
2 was
make sure.
like combat was still okay, but I had
Yeah,
disadvantage on skill
your
checks.
combat and saving throws are good. Your ability checks are still at disadvantage, and your speed is still halved. So your body's
Okay.
still feeling pretty heavy. You're a little off on some of your skills and abilities,
Mhm.
but Ogg can still whip someone's ass real good. So you let's do this for my last thing to do. Okay.
Starting at 7 a.m.
Yeah, let's say that. So you guys, so Callista, you have the trident?
Yes.
Okay. So Callista, you unfurl a scroll, you read it. As you do it, all of the ink kind of like dissipates away so that you just have a parchment in your hand. So all of the magical qualities of this thing is now gone. But you all feel a change happen in you. Nothing really physical, like you don't grow fucking gills, you don't like, turn into like a frog person or anything. You just feel like a change has been made. And you one by one start following this merfolk into the water and realizing that yes, you can breathe underwater just as you would in this cave, as you were on regular land. Everything else feels good.
Even as like a kid in a candy store right now.
Okay.
Like he didn't never. This is fucking amazing. Like, are you guys seeing this? We can breathe underwater.
Nigel's just swimming around them in circles, just kind of like bobbing.
Nigel's in his element.
Yeah.
And I'll say you guys are one by one going down there. Ilanis has just been watching everyone go. She's kind of bringing up the rear. And Callista, as you and her are about to go down, she stops you for a second and says, who were you supposed to deliver this to?
Excellent question. He was a hero who fought with the people of Bark Hollow against the evil Torlak. He was a Triton, well known to the denizens of Arco.
Couldn't help notice that these are not trite.
You're
not wrong. We're just gonna kind of see. We're just seeing.
You're in the water. She stopped. She's talking specifically to Callista.
What would you recommend at this point? Because their intent seems to, they have some wish for this trident. What would you suggest?
Caution, always caution. If I was to deliver something to a particular group, species, kingdom, city, I would be hesitant if those outside of that group showed a high interest. All I urge is caution. Things that I have seen in the past don't always work out how you'd expect.
You make excellent points. Excellent points.
Shall we proceed?
Yes, and I will I'll pass your words of caution along to my compatriots if you would also help me reinforce those words of caution, since they may not listen to me.
I don't always make the best decision.
Just absolutely. I'm here but to help.
Thank you, Lotus.
And then she walks forward until she is underneath the water.
And I walk after her, and as soon as she's under the water, I say, "Isn't it ironic?" And in I go.
What's ironic about this, Callista?
I have to enlist the help of a stranger to convince my own friends to wise words.
I feel like me and Steven are just trying to ride this out, just trying to see where this road goes down more than anything else. Because I don't know about you, but I'm totally down to kill some merfolk.
We have limited time.
Hey, you know what penguins really eat? Fish. So like, let's.
Oh yeah, goblins eat anything.
Remember that horrifying picture of what a penguin mouth looks like? It's just like teeth going all the way back.
All right, we're finally underwater, so we're gonna call it there. We're now underwater where we need to be to get to this fucking place that you guys have been putting off for months. We're on the way to our cove. That's
only months in real time. It's been like a week and a half in game time.
It's months in pandemic time, which feels like 3.5 years. So
true.
Favorite moments for tonight. You can say no, that's fine.
It was kind of like we got shit done. I don't know.
Even nearly vivisecting that thing
Nigel
was pretty
asking
great.
for help.
Nigel asking for help.
Yeah, that was fucking classic. Yeah, a little bit.
Nigel admitting that he sucks.
I got to throw a fun monster at you guys.
That was
right
fun.
here.
It was a really fun battle. I really
okay.
enjoyed it.
What the
That
fuck?
some
is that?
bitch.
Yeah,
That
when it
was
did
what you were fighting.
when it did start zapping us with eyes, I figured it probably wasn't a beholder. So
Oh, did we level because of that?
No.
Okay.
We got some EXP from killing
did.
it instead of
Now,
running away.
now listen. You got it's been a while since we leveled up. I will give you that.
We haven't
100%. You've done shit. You've drank poison. Steven got his ass kicked and his heart broken. Nigel got abducted and got back into it. You went and saw a clown that was the head of a entertainers guild. You got to see a fucking shitty ass kobold get his comeuppance. And then you got pelted with arrows. So no, you don't level up.
Well, we might have not physically done a lot, but mentally, we've gone down a long road.
The real level is the bonds you've created with each other and with yourselves. So, in essence, you level up every session.
I feel like with the massacre of the thousands of baby frogs, that must have counted for something.
We did thoroughly destroy
Thousands of baby frogs.
it's like pouring boiling water into an anthill to level yourself up.
Yeah,
I'll be the first I'll be the first to admit that a life is a life is a life. But according to D&D rules, if you're below a certain challenge rating, which I think eggs of fucking giant toads are, there is no challenge in that, so therefore 0 experience.
Yeah, there's an old story about like in D&D like first edition, like one first level players would like just like kill like be like, oh, like an ant's got to be like at least like 1 experience point, right? And then they would go like pour boiling water into an anthill to kill like 10,000 ants.
I level up, not at all.
Yeah.
I was
fixed that rule eventually.
I was happy that I got to throw some monsters at you, that I'm using my Dwarven Forge again. I got to use a couple fun abilities that were super great that helped out other people and got some good reactions. So I'm happy about that. And next time we're going to do some underwater shit, which is going to be fun for me because there are lots of other rules to put into play. So the one listener, thanks for sticking with us. Jose, if you're listening, you're going to come in this next time, hopefully. Let's see, David, you're going to come in on the one shot. Looking forward to that. Everyone else, if this is your first time listening, we're Smells Like Crit, and this is the bullshit that you should expect for every session. You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.